Drinks got the tunes. Turn it up, shake the room. Blasting from the speakers. Oh yeah. Feel that groove. Rocky's on the idle watchful eye. In Dana's realm. Grill marks tuned to perfection. Hear them sing. Start dry and season. Taste buds ignite. Grab your plate, take your seat. Join the feast. It's a culinary show in Dana's retreat. In town. Mouth watering, eyes so wide. Can't wait. Every flavor's a journey, a delicious ride. Rocky's by the door. Loyal pup, hoping for a taste. A little luck. Dana's on fire, turn it up. The queen of the kitchen's wild. Pots and pans in harmony, like a symphony compiled. Serving up a storm, joy in every bite. Come and taste. With Rocky wagging more beneath the neon lights. Rocking out with spatulas, we're flipping fun tonight. With drink more pouring magic, every glass is just right. Shaking up, stirring pots, Dana's on a roll. She's got it going on. Feast your eyes, delight your soul. Come on, sing along. Crank the heat, let's celebrate. It's party time. It's party time. Flavors mingle, senses elevate. It's showtime.
Spinning on a screen where dreams are winning. Every dish a piece of magic. Come along, let's make it tragic. Dance in the kitchen where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, we're on a vibe so fine. Aromas rising, the chat is vibing. With the laughter, joys are arriving. Every cut that sizzles on it. Dana's kitchen, it's the heart. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, with the times of food and night. Electric nights and streaming light, good tuning in, feeling right. Spicy sauces, sweet surprises, sushi screens, if the flavor rises in Dana's realm, I'll discover new delights with every cover, topping, mixing every taste. No ingredients, good to waste. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, we're on a vibe so fine. The aromas rise, the chat is riding. With their laughter, joy's arriving. Every cut and seals art. In Dana's kitchen, it's the heart. Dance in the kitchen, where the
I'm just following him.
Turn on Twitch, let's have some fun. Dana's kitchen has begun. She's whipping up the very best with bartender, drink more, cook less. He's the tech guy, Robbie.
I look ridiculous.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Look, Jedi is first. Jedi is in there. And if you haven't checked out Jedi's post on Discord, you should probably do that in the general section. Is a great reminder. Hello, Big Ball of Yarn and Sparkling Jewel, and everybody else who is here. Hi, Robbie. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. So I hope everybody is having a good weekend. We're having a good weekend over here as well. Thank you. It's good to see you too. But just as a reminder about, what this weekend is about, if you're enjoying your family, relaxing, taking some time off from work, if you're one of the lucky people who get to do that. It's just a reminder that this weekend is really about those people who have made the ultimate sacrifice for us as Americans, for our Constitution and everything. And just a reminder that that's what we fight for on a daily basis, is for all of those things that we have. So whether you agree with me or somebody else, or don't agree with me or agree with, it's whatever. They're part of the reason why you get to do that. So we are grinding meat today, Michael. So today, it's like we're getting into barbecue season. The sun here in Texas preheats the grill for us. We're going to be grilling some burgers, and we're going to be making a chili burger today, but we're not doing it the old-fashioned way. We're not having a burger that we're putting chili on. We're going to make the burger taste like the chili. At least that's my hope, because I'm making this recipe up as we go along. I'm thinking maybe this is something we can put in a cookbook at some point. So if you have thoughts and you're like, maybe Dana, what about this or what about that? Let me know. So the idea is we're gonna stuff some cheese and some jalapenos and some spices in the middle of the burger, spice up the meat of the burger with that 5 chili spice that Kanara was using the other day, because I went and ordered some because I was like, these are good chilies in this chili powder. We're going to be doing, you're already drooling. I didn't get any chipotles today. I'll have to look and see if I have any chipotles. Maybe I do. Maybe we'll add those. See, what a great question. We're going to be doing cucumber salad, because if we've got like the spiciness of the chili burger, and we're going to be putting some caramelized onions and tomatoes on it. We're going to make a spicy mayo, and then we're also going to put some Frito chips on it, because, we're in Texas, so you can put your Fritos on your chili. And then we're going to do the cucumber salad, because if we got something spicy and hot, it's nice to have something that's cool and creamy. And you can hear Robbie snacking. Actually, he's letting Rocky snack. So those aren't snacks for Robbie; they're snacks for Rocky over there. And then we're going to be doing a couple of sauces. We've got some blue not potato chips, but blue corn chips. So we're going to be making a red sauce and a white sauce. And we've got a drink that is red, white, and blue. And is that all I've got? Because that's not enough. And I've got some corn on the cob, so we may throw some corn on the cob on the grill as well. So there we go. Hello, Miss Sarah Lynn. How are you? Are they going to make it to the end of the stream? Yeah, Robbie's actually really good when I say, don't eat this. It's when I don't tell him that and he doesn't ask that it becomes a problem. But he's pretty good about asking. We've had occasional issues here and there. Nowhere near like, I had a kiddo who would always eat anything that had carbs in it would be gone. So I had to, for my daughter and I, so we would have crackers or chips every once in a while. I started buying here's youngest kiddo's favorite foods. And I'd buy 1 or 2 packages of those, and then 1 or 2 packages of flavors.
You're my fuzzy little troublemaker. Yes, you are. So, now, who's your daddy?
And one day, Kimona comes in and goes, are you purposely buying crackers and chips in flavors I don't like? And I said, yes, I am. So there we go. So hello, Chef Mega. How are you? How are you doing? So I think the Fritos will make it. I think the chips will make it until we need it. Oh, and we're gonna make a dessert. So we're gonna do a trifle with strawberries and blueberries because, it's not 4th of July, but we're gonna do things, everybody's got their flags out around here. So red, white, and blue is what we're going to do today. Kind of is our color theme, Okay, the first thing we got to do is I'm going to get started on our burgers because we're going to grind the meat for the burgers and start to put those together. And then I'm going to let them go in the refrigerator until we're ready to cook them. That gives us time to get a nice char on the outside without overcooking the inside. I'm a little worried that the cheese on the inside might not get completely melted, but we'll see how that goes, and then we'll have to modify as we go along. So I'm going to actually take notes as we do this. Luminology, hello, how are you? So we'll start with that, and then we're going to make our trifle because that's going to need to be refrigerated. As a matter of fact, let me take the cream cheese out for everything before we get started, so that it can get melty. I should have had that out earlier. I had other things out. I just forgot about that. I'm going to do this before I get the side eye from Robbie over there.
30 times.
So, before it makes it into burger, sure, it'll be fine. We're going to do it great on the very first time. Well, that's the thing. We're going to start doing that here, right? And, we made something from Date Night In's cookbook on Thursday. And if you were here, when she came in here, she goes, yeah, we got really sick of all of these recipes by the time we were done with them. She goes, but now it's been a while, and now that looks good. I think I'll make that tonight. So look at that. We inspired Kyle to make her own dish again. So words. I blanked there for a second. It's fine. It's all fine. I do have her cookbook. What I like about her cookbook, Luminology, is that the recipes are made with things that are easy to find. I think you'll be able to find them anywhere in the United States. And they're not complicated. So we all know that Dana likes to complicate things. I'm going to look for Chipotles and see if I have any in the... Whoa! There's so many tomatoes in here right now. Robbie's like, where did she go?
Oh, we see you.
Oh, you do? Now, can you see me?
What if I say yes? Will you be freaked out?
Yeah. Oh, look, I have Chipotles, Michael. Let's play with those. We'll play with those in our ground beef. So Chipotles in adobo, right? I probably have dried Chipotles too, but I think what we'll do is we'll use these instead. Super spicy. Use sparingly unless you want to blow your taste buds out. So there we go. So now we've got that. But first, let's grind the meat. And or do we first make the filling? Nope, let's grind the meat first. I need a bowl. Let's get a bowl. And I am using today, and they're still in the refrigerator, so we'll probably have to cut them up. And the ribs, short ribs. I'm using short ribs, and I'm using sirloin. I lied again. You know why? Because the chuck was this giant piece of meat, and I didn't feel like cleaning it up. So we've got sirloin, and then I had the short ribs to add a little more fat to it. Lucy was smotheringly. You just add the adobo? Yes. I wish you could just get the adobo. And I kind of like the jars because then you can close them easier and you can use them for 2 or 3 things throughout the week. But since I didn't buy them specifically for this and they were in my pantry, we have what we have. All right, so the first thing we got to do is we got to kind of cut this up into pieces that'll fit into the grinder, right? So we've got our sirloin.
Are you going for a target fat percentage?
Not this time. I know that if I ever use sirloin, which I do like to use for burgers, I always have to add something that's fatty. So we either add chuck or we add short ribs, sometimes brisket. So that's what I'm doing today. A lot of times I'll do chuck and short ribs, and then you've got a nice, a fattier burger. It's probably more 80-20. This one will probably be a little leaner because of the sirloin, unless I get sirloin with the fat cap on. So, but that's not what I got. That's not what I got. I went shopping today, so I got to get what I got. And I do look sometimes for some of that harder fat. I know that there's a name for it. I can't remember, to make sure that I can cut some of that out if it's too big. It won't render well. It won't get, you want that fat to kind of melt and flavor everything, you know? So this has got a little piece right here that is not to my liking. So we're going to cut that out. My mom was like the precision cutter. She'd be here like this and just cut like super perfectly every time. That's not me.
You don't have time for that.
I don't have time for that. I do have time for it, except that Robbie wants to, probably eat before 9.
If we can manage, that's
that would be great. But it's a good question. So if you are grinding your own meat, you want to make sure that you're using things with the right percentages of fat. And you can look it up from different chefs and stuff and try kind of their versions of stuff. I kind of just wing it. Sometimes it's what I've got in the freezer. But today I went to the grocery store. My grocery store was so crazy. Normally on Sundays, it's a madhouse in there. It's crazy. You got people who only shop on Sundays, right after church, and they bring the whole family with them. And today I went in and the freezer section was closed, and there weren't as many people there, but there also wasn't very much food there. So it was kind of weird to see super empty refrigerated sections. So I don't know what was going on. What's the big chain store? You mean, so we have Kroger, we have Tom Thumb, we have H-E-B. So if you're in Texas, H-E-B is really where you want to go. Sometimes I go to Tom Thumb. I don't really go to Kroger. I don't know the store very well. So I stick to pretty much Tom Thumb and H-E-B. The one I go to is their bougie version, which is called Central Market. So that's why I can get some things that other people can't necessarily get in their grocery store, is because Central Market, they usually have some sort of thing going on that they're like, hey, we're going to, they call it passport. And so they'll be like, we're going to Portugal. And then they literally just bring in all sorts of items that are Portugal that they wouldn't normally carry. They go to Portugal and they have people who are making things in Portugal. They fly them in on special days so you can sit and talk with them about, okay, tell me about this. Okay, why is yours special versus somebody else? What's the difference between yours and if it's made in the United States? And I love that. I haven't seen a passport thing for the summer yet. But they have a Texas one coming up in a couple of weeks. So I signed us up to go and do the Texas one. And it's nice. They give you coupons. Sometimes they give you like a special bag or something. And it's free.
Free is good.
Free is good. So I signed Robbie and I up for the Texas one to see what's new in Texas, because that's fun. And I also like Central Market because they do a lot of stuff that's sourced locally or very close to locally. So we'll have a lot of things. If you go to the barbecue aisle, you're not going to just see the big chain stuff. You're going to also see stuff that's made in Austin or in Dallas or in Waco or whatever. So that's good too. Lots of local produce. And they grow their own mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
They grow their own. I showed you that, right?
Yes.
How they have the big case of them growing the mushrooms.
Do you ever hit up a farmer's market?
I do when I can. There's a couple that are close by. There are a couple of stores that are farmers markets that are open all the time. I probably do need to go there more. The thing for me is time, because I can get some things there, and I really would love to have the time. And before I worked full time, when I was raising kids and they were in school, I used to do that stuff all the time. I used to go to stores, look for the perfect thing. I didn't mind going to 3 different stores to get different foods to make a meal, whatever. But now I have a lot more empathy for people who work and try to do the right thing. You know? Do you know what I mean, Robbie?
Yes.
Like when you start working, sometimes you sacrifice a little of that to make it happen. All right. Let's grind it up. Let's move some of this over here because I want to kind of grind it together. So the question is like, when I retire, I am going to retire. That's not an if, that's a when. I will probably hit more markets like that. And when we've been looking at places, I want to hear, I'm like, do you have farmer markets nearby? You would think in Texas we would have more farmers markets out and about on the weekends. The Dallas one is great, but it's pretty far away. They have everything at the Dallas one. All right.
Yeah, no one goes there anymore, Dana. It's too crowded.
It's too crowded. So no one goes there anymore. So maybe a little faster? Let's go a little faster. Or we will be here all day. I probably needed to cut these in half.
Surprised Rocky's not over here.
I know.
Supervising.
Come on. It doesn't matter. We're just going to rip the meat.
We really are spoiled ever since we made the first burgers this way. They're so good.
And I occasionally do just buy ground beef, but for this. But if I got the time, the energy, I'd rather make them this way. They just taste so much better.
It's kind of like, when you make your own fresh pasta, it really does taste.
It makes a difference.
That much better.
It makes a difference.
Even though it's
So-
more work for sure.
Is anybody else doing anything cool this weekend? We had to clean out a pool yesterday.
We did.
We were treated to dinner afterwards, so there was that. You know what? I probably don't want meat in my water, so we'll scoot that out of the way. Homemade bread. My thing is I used to make homemade bread, and not all the time. I would make it. There was a time I was making homemade bread like almost every day, back when the kids were really little. But we all started to gain so much weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was making like a loaf of bread every night. So I don't do that anymore. Plus, I can't really do gluten, and it's a lot more challenging to make things without gluten. But maybe I'll show you some of the recipes I've come up with that are gluten-free. With your mom used to grind her own hamburger from chuck roast when they were on sale. Yeah. Oh, my mom did that for a while, and then she didn't. So, as well. I mean, there was a time you could not go to the supermarket and buy ground beef. And it was either your parents or your grandparents when that was around. But Yes, it's even a great idea when chuck is on sale. It just wasn't on sale at my grocery store. Or go to Costco and buy yourself some chuck roast or buy yourself. So I've done this before, bought sirloin and short ribs and or brisket, and I've made my burgers out of that from Costco, and then I just cut it up into like a pound for each thing, stick it in the freezer, and when I'm ready to make burgers, I take it out the day before, put it in the refrigerator, and then I can grind it the next day. A commercial. Oh, you still have it. That's cool. That's cool. Well, this is not commercial grade, but it works just fine for us. I was a little leery when I got it. At first, I thought, am I ever going to use this? Did I get this since I've known you? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
All right. Let's get that out of the way. So I do have to admit, I was looking in the refrigerator for like some piquillo chilies or something to put into the salsa. And then I found a bottle. I was like, oh, look, here's some hot peppers in a jar. And I'm like, I should use those. It's been a while. They expired 2 years ago. So I'm not sure how they stayed in there that long because I do clean up my refrigerator. But apparently I missed those.
Are there any common mistakes people make when grinding their own beef?
You need to make sure that your blades are sharp enough, and if you don't want to use meat that's not cold. Colder meat is going to grind better. So like don't put it out on the counter and wait. Like take it directly out of the refrigerator, and if it's still like not grinding really well, you can stick it in the freezer for like five minutes to let it firm up a little bit. So cheese bread, yum. I think those are the two things for me that I've learned the hard way. All right, let's just clean the counter up a little bit here. And let's get the filling done for this, and then we'll start to play with this. I don't think I have room in the look at all that. Look at how beautiful that looks. Here, Robbie was about to do that. Ice helps, that is a great idea. Great idea. So, see how nice that looks? All right, we're gonna stick that in there just to keep it a little cold. Guess what, Robbie? You know what we need?
No.
No, we don't need that. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Hold on, we have an emote for that.
Still,
I don't use nearly often enough.
I'm gonna let Robbie do some cheese here. Here you go. He's way over there. Meanwhile,
Camera on us.
huh?
You moved the camera.
I moved the camera up.
Because she would never do that.
Never, never, never. So we're gonna take some jalapenos, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna saute them a little bit because I don't want raw jalapenos. I want something that's a little more cooked. So we're gonna take a little bit of these raw, we're gonna saute them a little, then I'm gonna add some cream cheese and the other cheese, kind of stir it up so that we have something that's a little softer that we're putting in the middle of the burger. And we'll see how that goes. We're gonna see if that works. Okay, I'm gonna need a pan.
A ham in a pan?
Not a ham in a pan, just a pan. Just a pan. And I need a trash bowl. So let's get that out. And I think I'm gonna need this for the trifle, which is why I've still got it out. Tomorrow is a day off. I do not have any clients tomorrow. I know of at least 2 of them who would show up tomorrow if I worked. but I've had too many holidays where I've gone, yeah, I'll go ahead and work, like the Saturday after Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Martin Luther King, all of those things, any of them. And I will always have cancellations. So I've just decided not worth it. Not worth it anymore.
Then you're free to go about your day, Dana.
I am, and then I've got a day that's free.
Hey, the bear fan.
We had a long day yesterday, Robbie and I did. I'm looking forward to tomorrow where we literally are not doing anything. So, the bear fan, hello, how are you? All right, I also don't want big chunks of chilies. And maybe we'll put some chipotles in here too. How's that sound? So slice them this way. And then I'm gonna chop them up even more. So I really need to practice holding my food differently when I'm using my knife. I can be pretty fast, but I keep my fingers out sometimes, which is a no-no.
Well, and you definitely don't want to do that and go fast with that knife.
Well, and I think that's the thing, is that I can do it fast, and I used to not. So having my fingers down wasn't really an issue, right? But I'm getting faster since I'm doing it more often. We're doing pretty good over here. Pretty good. Just cooking up some food. Going to barbecue. Robbie even cleaned the grill today.
He did.
And it wasn't as bad as he thought it was going to be.
But it will be.
But it will be after
By
this.
the time we're done.
Burgers are always, I debated whether I wanted to do charcoal, because I have some oak charcoal, and get a little oaky flavor in it. But we'll do that some other time.
But when we're going to be adding that much grease to the grill today, wanted it clean so we didn't have a big old grease fire. You know, because we've done that option before.
It's not a good option. Don't do it.
Do not recommend.
Do not. Oh, look at this one. Okay.
Area 51.
Hello,
fridge.
Baker Vuke. Yes, yes. So we are, and I'm ready for June and July. All right, so one of the things we'll talk about a little bit later today too, guys, is I've pulled some cookbooks, and we're gonna go over, I wanna get this kind of started. Sounds like Andy got here. Hello, Andy, you're here. But we're gonna go up, I'm gonna give you some choices of 4 cookbooks. We'll probably do like 3 times we'll vote on it. You can vote all 3 times. So then your vote really works.
I do have that poll ready for you already, Dana.
You do?
So I'm so on top of it today.
You do? Well, I got to introduce which cookbooks they
Then-
are. So
but
let me
then
get
my
this.
reward was grinding more cheese anyway. So.
That's right. My reward for helping you out was grinding, or not grinding cheese. It's fine. He's had a good day.
I mean, other than the Stars losing, it's been a good day.
Oh, the Stars already played today?
They did.
Oh, and they lost.
They got their loss in early.
Okay. That's good.
It
I
is a
won't
very
have to
big
hear
knife.
about that all day. Hello, Lesser Panda. Hello,
That's her
I
knife
am
from
Draco. What type of grass? It's jalapenos. So we've got jalapenos. Hippie still cooking. Got it. Lennox, hello. I'm back in the kitchen. Oh, I don't know where the stickers. Do we know where the stickers and the things are? I didn't get those out. We'll get you up there on the board, but thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Could be, yeah. Oh, Pokemon Go gift. Did you get a Pokemon Go gift from Andy?
I guess I haven't seen that yet.
Not yet. All right, so if you're just getting in here, we were talking about at the top of the stream is today we're going to be making not the same old chili burger, because we're not making chili and putting it on the burger. The burger is going to be the chili, so we're going to be stuffing it with some jalapenos. Michael suggested some chipotles, maybe a little adobo. and some cheese. And then we're going to add some chili powder and stuff to the meat itself so that we can have all of those yummy flavors that come from. Is Lanix up there already? I've written Lanix's name so many times I can't remember.
I don't
See, not this month. Not this month. So, oh, you're lucky friends. Look at that.
Do you have a preferred color, Lanix?
I was just going to do it.
Hey, Lord Velos, welcome in.
So, hello, Lord Velos. How are you?
Oh, yes. I did see the Lucky Friends thing, Andy. Yes, I did see that the other day.
Lanix, there's a 7. And then
Thank
we've
you.
got a sub. And then we'll get that up on the, I need more tape though. You're getting the accidental second one I made for Suki is on the back there. There we go. Up there. Okay. So and I want to, since I've talked about doing a cookbook, we're just going to kind of play with this and see what we like and don't like, because maybe this will be something that goes into a cookbook. So the cookbooks that I have, while this is way too hot and doing that, let me go grab them because I forgot to pull them over. Oh my goodness. Who's screaming? Megabytes. All right. So we've got Simply Simon Supper, which was on the last one. And we've also got the milk cake or the Milk Street New Rules Cookbook. And then I added in this time The Walk by Kinsey. And then Cook With Me, which is Alex Guanachale. And then when we get for July, I'll probably pick out different barbecue books so we can practice that. But I'm out of town for part of June, so I didn't want to do that. So Alex does have some great recipes, and they're not, the recipes she puts in her cookbooks are not complicated, which I really enjoy in there. So those are the 4 books we're going to have to choose from when Robbie has finished grating cheese. Let's see here. Is that going to be enough for 6 burgers, do you think? No. We'll give it a try. Maybe we'll just have to add extra cheese on our burger.
I have cheese on me now.
Do you? At 5, you took a nap, you just woke up, you started setting up and realized you forgot an ingredient. Oh no, I hate it when that happens. You can't, Bakerview, if you have a cookbook addiction, I probably have minimum 60 cookbooks. That's a minimum. So anyways, so think about it. Oh, Robbie's going to put a poll up. We're gonna do this at least 3 times during the stream. So you can do it every single time if you are in here, okay? View results. Did you already stop it? Robbie had it set up, and then something happened. Royce, hello, welcome in. How are you? Robbie told me you guys were talking about all the good things you're doing for yourself. So congratulations. All right, I'm going to get you up there, but I can't right now because I really need to pay attention to this or I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to put this cream cheese in here because I thought we need it to be really creamy in the middle, right? So we'll get some cream cheese in there. And some adobe sauce. Maybe not the Chipotles. Maybe we'll just throw some of that adobe in there. Come on, melt. Melt, cheese, melt. So we're just playing around today. Robbie is got those things on there. So we've got Simply Simon Supper's Cook With Me, which is Alex Guanachale. We've got the Milk Street, the New Rules book. And then the last one is, what was the other? Oh, The Walk by Kenji. So it'd be a lot of Asian flavors, which I probably should have done for May. But I didn't, because I didn't think about it. That's a lot. That's a lot. Here. Are you going to do it? You set that down. So, all rescue. I'm so impressed with that. I love that you do that. I would love to hit. I used to hit garage sales and estate sales all the time. Again, when my kids were little, and I just don't do that anymore. And so I was able to get some cool stuff that way. But saving stuff from the trash is always a good thing. Reusing things. So, wanted the house, way out of our price range, but we were looking at houses one day, and the kitchen was so awesome. It had, on one side of the kitchen, it had like these beautiful wrought iron and glass doors that went out into this little cozy terrace that had like a fireplace outside. But then there was a little kitchen office that just had a place for like 150 cookbooks. And I was like, oh, I want that. And that was also had a prep kitchen and a huge pantry and all the things. All of the things. The new, I know. So I'm going to actually put that on my throne list, because if I buy another cookbook, Robbie will probably kill me. So.
That seems a bit extreme, but.
But I do want to do that. So yeah, if you guys have good cookbooks, if you're like, this is a great cookbook, you should get this one, let me know. I'm always in for good cookbooks, and I've bought a bunch of bad ones, and I've gotten rid of the ones that I'm like, yeah, no, I'm never going to use this cookbook. All right, let's get some adobo sauce in there. Again, we're going to play with this. This may not be perfect this time. See, now it's all soft and gooey. And we'll add some of the cheddar and Monterey Jack blend cheese to that as well.
It's all right, Jedi. We don't have to worry about ties, because we're going to vote at least 2, if not 3 times, and keep the tallies. And
Yep, Robbie's going to keep the tally.
Poll, that's fine.
Because we know you guys sometimes try to make things tie.
All right, so we got 2 for the walk. And then 1 for the others so far.
And 1 for all of the others. Cool.
All right, I've got that written down.
The wok is a really good. We have cooked out of that some, so that's good. All right, so I thought for this, I don't know what, bang!
I guess someone did break the tie.
They last minute snuck in there. All right, I'm not going to run around in circles. All right, so this is a medium heat blend from the Spice House, and I got it purely because Kanara was using it in her Dragon Breath chili a week ago, because it has goju garu, it has bell pepper, it has urfa biber, Aleppo, and ají amarillo, which are all great. I'm also going to add a couple more things in there that have a little more smoky flavor, because urfa biber, if you've never had that, it's a purpley pepper. It's Turkish. It has a real earthy flavor to it, which is great for grounding, for grounding your flavors. And then ají amarillo, I don't even know how to describe ají amarillo. It's just such a distinctive, super spicy flavor. It's typically yellow. So we're going to put some of this in here, but then I want to put in maybe a little more spice. We've got the jalapeno in here. We've got some adobo. So let's get some of that in there. Smells so good. And then I'm going to add, I was originally going to, guess what I have? I have some chipotle pepper. That'll add a little smoky flavor. I didn't measure any of that, did I? I'm going to go with, that was about 2 tablespoons of the other mix and a 1/2 tablespoon of this. Let me write that down. 1 tablespoon. Because that'll make a difference, right? Half a tablespoon. Okay. And then I got to write down the pepper amounts. I also thought, I don't think we need that. That's the mushroom umami stuff. But I do have a ketchup blend from Trader Joe's. What else should we put in here? Anything? What do you guys think?
Edible gold leaf.
Okay, that is an idea.
Worcestershire?
This isn't gonna work. Worcestershire sauce? We could do that. I've also, what about, do we want to add a little spice to it? Maybe a little cayenne pepper? You want to add, do you want your burger to be a little spicy?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll do some cayenne pepper. Let me actually measure some things out. As I drop things everywhere. Let's do a half a teaspoon. That should be enough. This is going to be probably either 6 or 7 burgers here.
Ground mustard?
I don't think mustard fits with the chili. That would certainly be good if you're doing more of a meatloaf burger. That would taste really good. Worcestershire. I'm trying to think if what flavor-wise, if I would like that. What do you guys think? All right, I put half teaspoon cayenne. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of cumin. I know I'm way off on the side here.
Coffee, Michael.
Coffee's actually not a bad idea. I do have some espresso that we could put in there. Let's do this. Robbie's like, what are you doing? Why are you caffeinating our burgers? All right, so we put some cumin in there. And some cayenne. And then I'm gonna go, we want something to bring a little umami to the table, right? So Worcestershire is a good idea.
Michael says coffee and unsweetened cocoa powder are great in chili.
They're great in chili. How are they gonna be on burgers? That's the question. So let me start with, I think this time we're going to start with a little Worcestershire. And then we'll see how we like it and see if we want to add coffee to it next time. Whoops.
Sparkling Jewel said, I would say A1, but Wookie would say, shut up.
Yeah. I mean, A1 just has a lot of the things we already put in our burgers in it. So, all right, let's mix all that up. And we may have this, we may go, not enough chili flavor. We need more chili flavor. And actually, because I'm doing meat stuff, can you come and pick up my cutting board and move it someplace for the time being? And then I need a scale, and I should probably just wash my hands. I'll still let Robbie move that for me though. All right. And you know what's really fun about what we're doing is that I'm trying to do a lot of things while trying to work on a recipe, which I think in the future we're going to have to be like, let's just make this one thing. That's what we should do. You use barbecue. Barbecue's great, but we're making a chili. So we want it to taste like chili, right? So, before I do that, I need to get out a cookie sheet. so that I can put my burgers in there. All right, how big should we have these burgers? You want like 1/3 of a pound, 1/2 pound?
We can do 1/3 of a pound just so I can have more than one.
You can still have more than one even if they're 1/2 pound. All right.
Whatever ends up being easier over there for the chef.
5.
Lime zest.
Maybe we'll put that in something we're putting on top of it.
Here's this
You've
dark
got lots
chili
of
powder.
ideas. You want to come over and cook? All right, so because we're going to try and stuff these burgers, we're going to need to, kind of flatten them out. And we want stuff. I don't have one of those fancy stuffers like Darth has. So we'll do this. I'm just going to put a little, see if we have 50. If we're doing 1/3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's either going to be 6 or 7 burgers. So 1, 2.
I don't think that's cheating. If it works, it works.
4. Did somebody say something was cheating?
By using a seasoning packet of chili powder.
3, 4, 5. I don't think that is either. I think that's fine. I mean, I basically used a chili mix, right? So if you use a chili seasoning, you might not need to get all of the other things in there. That would be a great way to do it. I know you're brainstorming. I love it. I'm just not going to take all of your ideas.
Don't worry, Michael. She takes none of mine. None.
That's untrue. I do when they're okay. All right, let's put this down here in our burger, and then we're going to put. Robbie did all of this cheese, so let's see if I can get this. I'm going to have to do this differently, aren't I? Kind of roll this up. Suki! Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for resubscribing. You're
11
here. Has it been almost a year? That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm glad you're here.
Since Dana's working with the raw meat, I will get you up on the board.
Yep. We don't need raw meat on your name on the board. Or do we? Or do we? All right. Well, I made it work, but I think I'll keep a little off to the side because Robbie probably, I'm just guessing, probably doesn't want cheese melting all over the grill as well as grease. It's just a guess.
I mean, it is what it is. Dana.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. 1. Okay, my nose itches. Hang on. Nose itches. Hang on. Nose is still itching. Allergies are terrible. Cottonwood is everywhere. How did you do that? All right, let me wash my hands since I touched my nose.
At least Dana's nice.
I'm nice? That's
According
good
to
to hear.
Sparkling Jewel, you are.
I do not. I don't think it sucks. Yes, I know, Michael. Michael, I love your suggestions. Oops. I didn't let it tear first. Okay, hang on. There we go. So go. I have to do this, otherwise my burgers turn out all different sizes, which is not fun. Then they don't cook evenly. So, all right. So put all of this stuff together. Get in here. Come on. Come on, come on. All right. I'm thinking of how do I write this down? Stuff your burgers. Let's take a little of that off of there so I can just add that on top. I try to be nice most of the time. All right. There we go. And we don't have music today, again, because Pretzel Rocks is not giving us any music to play. They don't like us anymore, apparently.
So I'm working on a backup plan, but we're
not
quite,
there yet.
Not quite there yet.
And we got some ideas. Royce gave us some ideas. Other people gave us ideas. And I just leave that up to Robbie. We have a little cheese on the outside here. We probably will put some cheese on the top too. So that'll be fun. Then we have to ask ourselves, do we want to make some bacon to put on this burger? Does that belong on a chili burger?
I mean, does it belong, and is it just a good idea?
I mean, fair. That's fair. Here we go.
I don't think you'll have too many. I was going to say, Michael's like, bacon belongs on everything. I didn't think there'd be too many people in chat giving me trouble if you wanted to add bacon on a burger.
Probably not. All right, well, that's another pan to wash, but whatever, guys.
That's all right, Dana. You do the dishes now, so that is fine. Suki says that is the correct answer about the bacon.
So how many of you have seen the bacon explosion being made?
Is that the thing you made?
It's the thing I got yelled at because I couldn't lattice my bacon properly.
She clearly failed basket weaving because she couldn't weave the bacon. And Darth had to get in the chat, tell her to start over.
And he was zero help.
I
Zero.
disagree. You got there once he started yelling
No,
at you. So
no,
it had
that
to
is
be
not
Darth's
why
fault.
I got there. I did not get there because he was yelling at me. I got there despite the fact he was yelling at me.
Darth, get in here and defend yourself, sir.
Darth, get in here and ban yourself. Because he can do that. Oh, geez.
Dana must have taken real electives in college instead of basket weaving. Oh, look at that. Summoned him.
You've been summoned. You've been summoned. Darth Verbuck, Darth Verbuck, Darth Verbuck. And he appears. There we go. That's how you do it. So is the thing to stuff burgers, Darth, is it worth it, or is it just as easy to do it without having another contraption that only does one thing in your kitchen? That's a question I have.
She's just over here slapping her meat.
I'm so just keeping my mouth shut. Over here.
Without the tool is best in my opinion.
Oh, good. Okay. So I'm not missing anything by not having it. It sounds like the neighbors are having a pool party with their grandkids.
So that's what Rocky's investigating.
At least he's not barking at them like he used to.
I'm sure he'll be very helpful for me outside by the grill.
He will make sure that he will clean up anything you spill on the ground. For sure. They're going to smell the burgers and wander over. Probably not. They're nice people, but really, it's sad. I don't have neighbors that I really hang out with in this neighborhood.
Maybe in the next one.
Maybe in the next one.
As long as Rocky doesn't scare him away first.
Yeek. Yeah, Rocky. Rocky is a problem.
Although maybe that's what's happened here too. They're just terrified of the velociraptor.
No, because I had other dogs that were super sweet and quiet when they weren't attacking kittens.
That's a good point, Dana. So clearly, the common denominator is just you.
I'm going to fix these burgers all by myself, and they're going to be mine. And Robbie can't have any, even though he cleaned the grill.
And I'll cook them.
No, I'm going to cook them.
Okay, let's go with that then.
And then you don't get to have any. Are you okay with that?
You have to go to sleep sometime.
I really don't.
You don't have to. Are you a
No.
vampire?
I'm a druid.
You're a
Druids-
druid?
Yeah.
You have to get Kanara in here to check the math on that if druids don't sleep.
I didn't sleep a single minute playing World of Warcraft. I don't think. Maybe I did.
You forgot already? It's been a whole week.
Well, there were those moments where some of the characters were like, had Z's coming out of them. Is that them sleeping or resting, or what is that?
That's getting rested stuff
Okay.
inside of a town or an inn.
The Wookiee likes to be in control. Yeah. Robbie's still not getting burgers. It's fine. I may not have enough of the stuffing to put in if we have more than 6 burgers. So we'll just make some regular burgers after that. Unstuffed burgers. They won't be regular. They've got other things in them.
Because this is you falling asleep, Dana.
I think that's me dreaming, isn't it? More daydreaming. I didn't do this one right. This one's going to be a little messy. Robbie's so happy with all his sound effects. So, hello, it's your boy. How are you doing? How's it going? We're playing around with burgers and seeing if we can make our burgers taste like chili as opposed to putting chili all over our burger. I don't like burgers that have chili on them. They're too messy. So, but I like the flavors. So I really wanted to see, can we make a burger that's not quite as messy as a chili burger, but tastes kind of like a chili burger. So that's what we're doing here.
Thank you, Sparkling Jewel.
Yep, they're cute, but don't let it fool you. Rocky is a pain in the butt.
As long as Rocky's outside and he doesn't hear how great you like the emojis, it's fine. We don't need him getting a big head,
Yeah.
thinking that he's the star of the show.
Okay, let's see here. I think I'm going to get more than 6 out of this.
Hope you feel better. That doesn't sound fun.
Oh, yeah, that is not fun. I got to take it easy. You know what, I really, I don't like it when I feel sick, but I don't know if I feel sick enough to not do things. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't feel really good, but you're like, but I don't feel like I'm sick enough to not go to work. But I know I'm not going to be.
Well, I was just going to say, when we were sick after Thanksgiving and the first of the year.
No, but that was definitely sick.
We were out.
We were definitely sick. I'm your comfort cooking show. That's good to hear. Well, here we are. We're making burgers. We're going to make some, and they should be pretty spicy.
Here, I'll throw the menu up
I'm
for
gonna
you
leave a
real
little
quick.
extra so I can do one more like this. So we've got some cream cheese and some jalapenos and some adobe sauce in here, and then we're adding some cheese to it in the middle. And then we're gonna grill these. I'm gonna attempt to pickle some Fresno chilies to put on top of it. I'll tell you what would really be good are some fried jalapenos, but I'm not getting the fryer out today, so that ain't happening today.
Care Bears
caramelize this
countdown.
up. Sounds like
4,
Aspie
3,
might
2,
be here.
1.
Who's that coming from
Hello, Aspie. How are you? So, Darth, how am I doing on stuffing these
Aspie.
burgers? Am I making a big mess? Oh, bride to be. One day.
Darth says average.
I'm doing average.
At
At
best.
best. That's good. That's what I was aiming for. All right.
Darth, you're still nicer than I probably would have been.
Why?
Just because I apparently want to be in the doghouse. He goes, love you.
Do you? Do you? All right. Let's see how much meat I have left here, and I'm going to have 2 more burgers. So one, I'm going to get to stuff with all the good things, and one is just getting stuffed with cheese.
Did you want to do another vote thing now that we're at the top
Yeah,
of the
let's
hour?
do another vote thing. Okay, so March, we worked through Rick Martinez's book. We did a lot of recipes out of it. So we're going to vote on 4 different cookbooks today that I'm going to do things in June on. And we have got Simply Simon Suppers. We have, I got to look now. Hang on.
I got it. Simply.
Cook With Me by Alex Guanashali, The Walk from Kinji, and Milk Streets, The New Rules. So that's kind of doing things a different way. Look, this is going to come out perfect. Because I was doing
You're
about
welcome.
the right amount. Okay, this is going to work out fine. Except I'm going to be short a little of the cream cheese mixture.
And even if you voted on the first one, you were allowed
You
to
can vote again here.
If you're here for the whole show, why shouldn't you get more of a say on what Dana does,
Exactly.
right?
You should get more. He is typing. He was typing and typing.
Furiously typing and
And doing
backspacing
that.
and typing some more.
So get in there. I just want to know what you guys want to cook. And if you ever have suggestions on cookbooks, again, let me know. And because I'm always looking for new good cookbooks.
Let's be
and,
real. Dana's always looking for new good cookbooks, new good kitchen gadgets,
Recipes,
new good recipes, new good...
boyfriends.
What? Hold on.
No.
Uncalled for, madam.
Parties is, Ina Gardner. Yeah, I don't have any of Ina Gardner's cookbooks. I need to get on that. So maybe doing something like that as we go into the holidays, right? And learning how to do some party food going into the holidays. That would be good. That was wild.
So I know you said these worked out perfectly. What was the measurement you ended up using on these?
I did 5.5 ounces. So it's a little over, so that gives me just a little over a pound per things. Chart Master, hello. She's your comfort food? Yes, TV show, homie. I get it. So Witchy Boy is not in the United States. So it's all good. All right, so this one, unfortunately, is not going to get the cream cheese mixture in it. It's just going to get cheese, which is okay. And I'm apparently doing average on stuffing these, everybody. Just in case you were wondering.
You're doing great, Dana,
According
if
to
great
Darth.
was average.
My goal was average. So it's all good. Now don't go into a stranger's stream and start saying things like that. That's the problem, is some people come in and they act like they know you, and I'm like, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or nice or mean, so don't do it. My mods will smack you.
And that's actually how I took it, how you meant it, anyway. So you're fine.
Homely is like cozy and welcoming here anyway. That's the way I read it. But here, homely means not attractive. So if you call somebody homely, you're basically saying they're unattractive. So you probably don't want to say that in the States. But you know what? We're streaming, so does it really have a country? I have a country.
But again, I think it also depends on your tone, that people might be like, I don't think you mean that badly. But in text on the internet, it's a little different. But
Yeah.
it also helps when you're, a regular in chat. And we're not going to jump to conclusions that you're trying to be mean or anything.
All right, we're gonna get some
All right,
salt.
we got the second results in. We've got Cook With Me and Milk Street The New Rules in first place now.
Okay.
And Simply Simon Suppers and The Walk tied for second.
Okay. It's a battle. It's a, I don't know. I can't speak today. It's all good. And I've only been drinking water. I didn't even have a mimosa or anything this morning.
Oh, but Michael, good news. We do have a beverage plan for this evening.
We do. We're going to see how Robbie does it. If he's able to get it layered like it's supposed to be.
And if we make the recipe and you feel like you have a better name than what it's currently named.
Yes,
that's
I
also
struggle with
fine.
that. Can this go in the other refrigerator for now?
It can.
Thank you. So those are going to go in the refrigerator. We're going to get them nice and cold and let them sit until we're ready for them. All right. I am now going to clean my work area because we're going to make our trifle. So this is a recipe from Sunny Anderson. And it is a patriotic berry trifle. And I'm going to save those chipotle peppers over there for later. I think I'm going to do something with them. I just don't know what yet. We'll figure it out.
Are you going to make it bougie?
Maybe. All right.
She's always making everything bougie, Darth.
Let's see. So I went and I bought.
Did you need more cheese or did you have enough cheese?
I have enough cheese, I think. No pressure. So I went and
Hey,
I
look,
just.
Suki, it's the cake. We can have it for dinner.
It's an angel food cake, and I got the ugliest one because it doesn't matter. It's getting chopped up into little pieces. I will tell you my angel food story.
Are you
Story.
sure you didn't start without me? Suki says cake, and bougie's one of your favorite words. Angel food story cake time. It's cake time story.
All right, it's story time cake story. I need to find my. I gotta clean this
It's
out
the
again. This is a
never-ending
mess.
Cake time
Here we go.
story.
It's whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
It's
It's
cake
fine.
angel time story.
Exactly. That's
We can do
exactly
this all
right.
day, Dana. Just keep talking. Give us more stuff to work with.
I got it. It's all
This
good.
part, she's just throwing out words willy-nilly.
I am. Cake story. All right, let me get this started. So we're making kind of a little simple syrup here, and we're gonna brush it all over this cake. We're gonna give it an almond flavor to it. So I gotta start with that, okay? So we are gonna take, I think it's 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Oh no, 1/4 cup sugar. Robbie's like, I don't need to see the chipotles. Here. We'll move the pepper too.
I try and do things discreetly in the background for you guys, and then she makes a big deal out of stuff.
That's the beauty of a stream, right? Is that things are just happening right in front of you. All right, I need 1/4 cup sugar. I need 1/4 cup lemon juice. Let's see here. Where's my lemon juice?
So don't let her lie to you that I'm ever just sitting down. I am constantly on the move doing something.
Where's the lemon juice? Did we get
Which is
rid of the
why
lemon juice? Well, here's
We
some.
don't need a camera on me to verify that. You're gonna take me on my word.
I'm going to use this lemon juice. Robbie's trying to get street cred over here for doing things.
As I'm literally sitting down.
All right, quarter cup. There we go.
Chocolate angel food, that would be great.
They sometimes have that at the store. And then,
Points out the small things you
Okay.
did pretty well.
all right, we're going to get this to get all that sugar dissolved.
Yes. If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean. And it's true.
My
I am
boss
a
tried
wizard.
that
Thank
one
you for remembering that. That means a lot to
My
me.
boss tried that once on us, and we all looked at her and we said, no.
Is that what you said? Is that what you said? No.
That's what we did. That's
You
what we
love
were.
that statement?
She was just like, okay.
See, we didn't get told that. We just literally got told, do not lean. Period.
Okay, so my cake story.
Wizards got
Back in the day, and I should find the picture because I actually have a picture that was taken right before this happened.
What was this cake time story?
Yes, cake time story. I was about probably around 4, and my mom and dad had a bridge club, so they played bridge every month. And so it was my parents' turn to have bridge club at the house, and my mom made an angel food cake.
Okay.
And she was going to ice it and have just this nice cake, right? But I apparently decided it needed to be taste tested. Robbie's so rude. Taste tested, and stuck my hand into it and took a big chunk out. So then my mom had to run to the store to go get whipped cream and little mandarin oranges so she could do, you know, that 70s thing with the where you mold the angel food cake with the pieces into another angel food cake, but it's got the mandarin oranges and the. We need to make that, man.
You know, it's funny. I don't remember that, Dana.
You don't remember that kind of cake from the
No.
70s?
No, that's weird.
Okay. All of my sugar has melted into my lemon juice. We're going to take that off the heat. We are going to put in a little almond extract, a 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm not filling this whole thing up because this is a little more than a 1/4 of a teaspoon. And stir that. All right. This says to cut this into cubes. I'm actually just going to tear it because that's easier. So we're now going to take this and brush our whole cake. You loathe that statement. It is angel food cake. This is angel food cake, but I didn't make it. I just took the ugliest one because I knew I was going to be tearing it apart. That way I left the nice ones for everybody else. I should have asked for a discount and said, this cake is cattywampus, but I'll take it off your hands for half the price.
You took the homely one. Yes, see, now you're catching
See,
on.
I did. I took the homely one. All right. So then we just don't have an angel. This will be interesting. I've never done this way. I've always just tore up angel food cake with like whipped cream and berries. This has a little more going on to it.
See, I'm confused. I don't know really what you're doing, and then I'm also wondering why we aren't eating it.
Why we?
already.
I don't know if it's
Suki
good.
is here, and we have a pact that it's cake for dinner time.
Well, this won't be a cake. This will be a trifle.
We had the cake story time, and now we need cake for dinner time.
So are you familiar with what a trifle is?
Not really. I managed to misspell it on the menu and then went back and fixed it
Okay, so this
think
is my trifle bowl
in
here.
most of the places.
All right, so we're gonna take this.
Oh, we're gonna ruin it more.
We're We're just going to take it. I'm going to get can you get me another cookie sheet, please?
A big one?
A big one, yeah.
I guess.
Thank you. And we'll just put this on there. Thank you. And thank you for letting everybody know what a cookie sheet is.
It's what I do.
So it is a layered dessert. Ours isn't going to really have a custard in it. It's going to be more of a cream, but is trifle traditionally British or American? That's a really good question. I don't even know. I should look that up at some point. I do have individual trifle dishes as well, but you can't see the layers in it as well because it's like got a design on it, which was a mistake on my part, but not when I bought it because I didn't really care that much back then. But now for pictures, I do.
I was talking with Fajita Phantom the other day, and he got me craving another Milk Bar cake.
Well, wasn't you started talking about it because Megabytes was like, you should make a layered cake.
Yeah, I think that was the other way it came up too. It's English in background, says Sparkling Jewel.
And then we just kind of do our own thing. But yeah, so when I was growing up, we didn't really have trifles as much that I recall, but we did parfaits all the time. And I don't know why we don't do so many layered desserts like we used to. I love them. Chartmaster, your mom had one of those cake stand domes that converted to a fancy trifle dish. Oh, I've got one of those too. But you haven't found one. So look for ones that say cake stand punch bowl because they're kind of the same thing. So it may be a little more rounded, but I have one that's called a punch bowl cake stand. So the dome, you would flip the cake stand over and then you'd flip the dome over and then you had like a little punch bowl, but you could also do it for trifle. So you might want to try that. So I think I added enough of that sugar mixture. It's really has soaked through the cake, so I don't think I need to add any more. And this is better than using a knife that I have to clean and a cutting board that I have to clean. And
You just like tearing things apart.
I like tearing things. Destruction.
Cake, berries, cream. It was like an adventure.
Uh-huh.
The English soak, there's an alcohol such as sherry.
Oh, that would be good too. We'll do that when Robbie's old enough to drink.
One day I'll be a real boy.
A real man.
Or man. Yes, man. Yes.
I think you're a real boy right now.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, hon.
You're welcome. Anytime. Okay. Next. Oh, look at this mess I've made. Look at the mess you made.
Not Robbie being Pinocchio.
Grandmother, let's see, to make them when you were a kid, they're fun to eat, lots going on it. Yeah, I like the parfaits when you would have ice cream and berries, and then my mom usually put some sort of alcohol in it.
I wouldn't know because I've never lied.
And don't put that on the ground. Don't leave it on the ground because then Rocky will get it.
She's just throwing stuff at me again.
Beat the remaining sugar and cream cheese with a mixer, which is why I still have this here.
If anyone has like a favorite clip that they want to see in the new updated intro, feel free to message me or Dana.
A what?
Or even post on the Discord.
A what?
If someone has like a favorite clip that they want in the new updated intro.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're taking suggestions. Wait, what am I doing? I feel like Robbie. I feel like you. Trying to make this work.
I should sue her for that violent throw. I know. At least in the past, it's usually been food that I can just catch in my mouth. And she's feeding me, and I can pretend she's being nice. I don't need a paper towel.
Oh, wait a minute. I only bought one thing of cream cheese. This is supposed to have a pound. And I've only got half a pound.
So a half the pound?
It's not going to have as much creamy stuff in it.
Dana, you had one job today.
I know. I just messed that up. You know why? Because I did have a pound on my original grocery list, and then I rewrote my grocery list is what I did. And I probably in my head said, I'll remember that.
So, you know, guys, when we say that Dana makes the mistakes, that you can learn from her mistakes, this is one of
This
those
is one of
times.
them. We'll just add some extra whipping cream and stuff in there. And that's what we're going to do.
So, Darth, would you like to chime in again on how Dana's doing here? Is she just
Don't.
doing okay?
Don't. Don't do that to me.
You know,
All
these
right.
mistakes don't happen, Dana, when you have cake for dinner.
Well,
It's
these
the
things
same.
don't happen when I'm trying to do 20,000 things at one time. It's fine. It's going to be good. It just will be more whipped creamy.
Easy, call it the low-fat version. not a
No,
bad
it's
idea.
not going to be low fat. I'm going to be put more whipping cream in there, and that's not going to be less fat.
I'm just holding down the 4 megabytes until you get over here and you can help out. You know, Dana,
I don't know how whipping cream is healthier.
I almost won trivia the other night in Megabytes' channel.
You what?
I almost won trivia the other night in Megabytes' channel.
You did, but almost.
I was very tired.
So you're almost
That
awesome.
and there were just some things I didn't know. But that was also
Now
my
the truth comes out. All right, this calls for 2 cups of whipping cream. We're going to add 3
We
just
lie
to
and
beef
pretend
up.
Whipping cream is healthy. It's like cheese.
Do I have ricotta? No, I do not. I had a little bit left. I have cottage cheese. I have sour cream.
I don't know if I need to be teased. Dana's probably doing that enough already.
You cannot out tease me. I'm just saying.
You can use the cottage cheese.
You think I could use the cottage cheese? But then what will I have for lunch tomorrow?
That's a problem for another day, Dana.
All right, we'll add a little cottage. I'll add what's left of the cottage cheese in there, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm a little worried because
Nothing,
we're not.
Dana. Nothing for lunch for you. No soup for you. Or Jedi says you'll have trifle for lunch, of course.
I mean,
It's not a
that
bad
makes
backup plan.
sense. Makes sense.
Or leftover burgers, because I doubt we're eating all of them tonight. How many pounds of meat was it?
What?
The burger meat? How many pounds?
Just a little over 2.
Oh. For some reason, I thought I heard 5 earlier.
No.
Blending or straining, I am reading. It's 1 to 1. Now we have to call each other Schmoopy.
That's it. That's all I have.
Schmoopy! We do have
Alright.
someone that comes in to call her Schmoopy all the time.
Master of splits.
I'm an equal opportunity hater. You'll both feel my wrath.
So I'm probably going to add a little bit of vanilla to this as well. I could have added almond, but I think almond and vanilla, those will work well.
I see this angel food cake just torn apart like that, and it's taunting me because I don't get to eat it yet. Dana.
I think the cream cheese worked well. We're still going to be a tiny bit short, but because there's only half of that container. But I think that's a pretty good consistency. So you want to see, we've got a nice kind of whipped, it's a little bit thicker than a whipped cream. So.
Yes, send help now. I'm starving.
All right, so now we need to prep our blueberries and our strawberries. How many strawberries does it want?
For only
2
90
pints.
cents a day, you too can feed a starving Robbie, or Randy, or Ricky, or Scrat, or Stanley.
There you go. Are you hangry?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, I'm going to rinse the strawberries out real quick. Since I didn't do that ahead of time.
It's been really weird, guys. Ever since we got back from the trip, so the last, month-ish, Rocky hangs outside a lot during stream now.
All right, so I need these hulled and sliced. Okay. So if you're going to hull a strawberry,
Yes.
if you don't know what that means, do you know what it means?
Hull?
Hull.
Like Brett Hull?
No.
Like hole in the
Hull,
ground?
H-U-L-L,
So Brett Hull.
but not Brett.
Okay.
So
it's a
we're trying to
strawberry,
get
and
some
we're
of that
hulling it.
white out of our strawberry. That's what we want. So, a lot of people, they just off the top of the strawberries.
No, I usually do like a cone-shaped cut.
Do you?
I do.
So who taught you how to do that? Your mom?
Nobody. I did, because that's where the thing is, so that's how you cut it out of there.
Right. So you just want to do that. So that's exactly what you do.
So
But there are a
that's
lot of people
hulling?
that is hulling the strawberry. Yeah.
Okay. I learned
Uh,
something new today.
you want to be adopted, Chart Master? Well, we're glad you're here. Open for adoptions. It's fine. All right. So, and then I think the blueberries just stay whole. W-H-O-L-E.
English is hard, Dana.
But not, you don't have to hull them. English is a weird language. So,
Strawberry
is a
picking in the
pint?
summer and just macerate them in sugar, so good.
I know, they are so good when you, especially when you can get wild strawberries. Or strawberry picking is good too. Maybe we need to go. There's a place that's about 45 minutes away
Here's
where we can pick
the
peaches.
menu, more Dr. Pepper.
Hello, more Dr. Pepper. How are you doing? How is New Mexico?
Boy, it's getting rowdy next door.
I told you. The kids, when I first started dating you over there, were babies. But now, because we've
Even
known
Rocky's like, bark, bark, keep
Bark.
it down, bark, bark.
we might have to go get him. I don't want him barking it. We'll give him 30 seconds to bark, and then we're going to go get him. Robbie will have to start his dog wrangling.
Well, at some point I'll be cooking the burgers out there and he'll be distracted.
But that's not probably for another hour or so.
Another hour?
Yeah. So there we go. That's our menu.
She didn't tell me I needed to pack a snack today.
I tried to feed you.
It's fine. I've got chocolate candy in front of me.
From your mommy? Did your mommy
I'll
get
have
you?
dinner by Tuesday.
Did your?
Where's my lunchbox?
I didn't snort. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you did. It's on video. We have proof.
Can you guys hear them next door? It's a very small pool next door. It is not a big pool. And it's like almost right up against the fence.
Suki says I snort too.
I don't snort. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it is not an above-ground pool. I don't think they're allowed in this neighborhood.
Those are fairly rare in Texas.
Yeah. No, they're
They
fairly
ex-
rare around
They-
here
they
in
exist,
Texas.
but most of them are in the ground.
You have
My
not
nose
been.
enhances my laughter.
Hey, I like that. I'm going to use it. But I don't snort, so I really won't have to. But if I did snort.
Dana doesn't snort. She's just enhancing her laughter.
That's right.
Wow. Of all the random things I've ever heard on this show. Who knew that almost 4 years in and I'd still be hearing you say really random new stuff?
I didn't say it. Suki said it. Don't
You
look
said
at
it
me.
first, and then you said it. I need Dana to get a top saying, I don't snort, but if I did, my nose enhances my laughter.
You know what? I'm going to. Is Darth still in here?
Dorothy, you still here? She's got an announcement to make for you.
I'm going to be doing some stuff on Fourth Wall, and I thought one of the things I'm going to do is make a hat and a T-shirt that says, I hate it here, and then attribute it to Darth and have my logo. I think that'll draw a lot of people.
And then I suggested she would also need a I love it here line of stuff.
Everybody, and then what, everybody else?
Yes, everyone except Dorothy.
Darth gets his own. Or maybe on the back, that's what it is. The front of the T-shirt is I hate it here, and it's Darth, but the back says
I love
here,
it here.
everybody else.
We love you, Darth.
All right, what was this going to say? Orange hat, the cake cubes, knob cream,
Because what, we specifically hear that a lot on Food Fight?
He says it all the time on mine, not just Food Fight, which we need to talk about. We need to talk about Food Fight, doing that again. So, have you guys everybody here, have you gone to the user voice for the Food and Drink Club? I've actually talked to them twice. Kanar's talked to them twice. They've reached out to some other food and drink streamers. So if we keep this up, I think we have a good chance of getting that Food and Drink Club, which will be great for us. Help us get to meet other food and drink streamers from around the world in the Discord, so that we can do even more fun collabs and events, so you guys can meet some new food and drink streamers too along the way, and we can, and learn some new things instead of Dana's, that's just the way I'm going to do it. Hello, Rocky. How are you, buddy? He looks happy. So he was happy out there barking at them.
Yes, he was.
He's got the big old, like when dogs smile and they have that big old smile. Yes, well, we've also talked to them about that. I've actually had a discussion with not the right people, but at least somebody over there in Twitch, and they're like, yeah. So we're working on it. I just think, I'm kind of torn on, do you make it look kind of old-ish, like not old, but maybe nostalgic? Because food, has been around forever. Ah, Sarah! I knew somebody was going to do puppy cam. So there we go. We got puppy cam going. Or do we want something kind of new and edgy and fun? You gave it a vote. Excellent. I think that's great. All right. There we go. Rocky. Hi. Where's Robbie? Where's Robbie? Why don't you say his name? That's almost the look. He was smiling bigger than that when he came in. That's what he kind of looks like when he gets back from walks. That's how we know he loves them. Because he always has like this giant smile. He almost blends in with the rug. Yes, yes. I once had in my couple of houses ago when I had the first dog, which was a Bichon, Fluffy, and my decorator came in and the dog was sitting on the couch and you didn't even see her. And she was like, I see you bought a dog to go with the design of the house. I thought it was a pillow at first, and then I looked and I went, wait, that's a dog. It moved. That pillow moved. What is happening?
It's weird when the pillows bark, Dana.
He's cute, but don't. I came into the living room and every blanket and every pillow, not the cushions, but all the pillows, all of them were on the floor. And I'm like, Rocky, why are you doing that? Okay, I got that out to put the strawberries in, but I don't think I need to. I am, however, going to rinse these blueberries out real quick. So we'll do that, and then we'll put our trifle together, and look at that. It's a super easy recipe. There's really no cooking involved, and that's what makes a trifle an amazing thing that everybody eats. Or almost everybody eats, except for those people who are like, I don't eat dairy, or I don't eat fruit, Kanara. But almost everybody else does. So it's a good thing. All right, I need this. Now I need that bowl that I put away. Uh-oh. What did you do? What did you do? It's a troublemaker, he is. That your mother almost sat on twice, I imagine. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a layer of our cake on the bottom. And how many layers does this have? This has half, so it wants me to have half. No. This is just, I think this is only a few layers. So we've got half of the cubes here.
On the rabbit.
And then we're going to
You're welcome, Sarah.
take our blueberries and layer those. It says put an even layer. No, I want an uneven layer. I want to put them along the edges for sure, because we want it to be purty, as my Meemaw would say. So purty. Right?
And this is why I'm not eating burgers until 10 o'clock tonight.
You're the one who sprinkles salt one grain at a time.
That's salt. That's not berries. It's totally different.
All right, that looks pretty even-ish. All right, now, hang on. Get that off of there. Don't want to lose any.
Is Meemaw Texas slang for mom?
Grandma. It is grandma. It's kind of Texas, Midwest, South. You'll hear it all. All right. Half of the cream mixture. All right. Do a dollop, do a dollop. And with the addition of the cottage cheese on here, we get an extra bump of protein. You can say this is a healthy dessert because it's got protein. Ignore the sugar. What I love about parfaits in particular, like this one we're kind of doing even. If you can do it in like, and make it kind of zigzaggy, it's really fun.
We're making 12 people hungry from Albuquerque, Dana.
I think I needed more blueberries on that level. That's fine. We'll put a bunch on top. Okay, and then we're going to do, we're layers of strawberries. Oh, we need cake first. Wait a minute, let me read this. Cream mixture, strawberries, cake cubes. Okay.
Are you forgetting your own advice to read the entire thing first?
I did read the entire thing first, but now I needed to read it again. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to read it more than one time.
Sugar, schmooger, extra protein.
That's right. Sugar, schmooger, but it has extra protein. Woohoo! If this is making the people in Albuquerque hungry, wait till they see the burgers.
Can we just see the burgers now and not wait? Hey, Elser.
No. And then cake cubes, blueberries, cream, strawberries, blueberries. Okay. So cake. I said strawberries and then cake, right? I should have written this out. I do much better when I write my recipes out because then I really pay attention to what I'm doing. And I did not. I printed this out last minute because I forgot to print it out, which means I most certainly did not write it down. All right. Okay, come on. This is easy. It's so delicious. It's so delicious.
Says it looks very delicious. How are y'all hosting for dinner tonight? That's a lot for 2 people unless you're doing leftovers.
Leftovers. And it is just the 2 of us because this is what I do. And then Robbie has leftovers and doesn't go get fast food all week long to eat.
Although Witchy Boy says they're coming over.
They're coming over? Okay, sure. And I don't know if Megabytes is still in there or if they went to the store to get the ingredient they forgot. All right, we've got that layer. And then does it wants the rest of the cream mixture. Man, this is a big trifle bowl, and this is going to go all the way to the top.
Be like 13 hours. Yep, I'm pretty good at, well, I mean, it helps that the food's delicious that she makes. I'll take leftovers, that works.
But I am making less on most of the streams than I used to. I used to do full recipes. And like the salsas and stuff we're doing today, we're going to do half recipes. Because the salsas don't always, I have to toss that out sometimes. So I'm trying to get better about that. Oops. If it's burgers, I can make as many burgers. We're going to eat them. Those will get eaten. Some things don't, like fish and stuff. If there's a little leftovers, those will get eaten. If there's a lot, it usually doesn't because it doesn't stay very long in the refrigerator, right? So we don't want to do that. You're here. You're here. You can come on over. We have burgers.
Well, we will have burgers.
I have burgers. They're just not cooked yet.
So you missed the cottage step. Where was it added in the whipped cream?
I just threw it in the bowl
And
with the other stuff. So you can kind of see it. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. If it were all cream cheese, it would be really, really smooth.
And that's because she kind of forgot to buy enough cream cheese.
Yeah.
So she had to go to Plan B.
I had to go to Plan, who was it, Suki? Plan Suki? Who told me to use the cream cheese? All right.
You mean cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese. Yes, that's what I said.
You were going to use the cream cheese, but you didn't have enough. What? Wait, is that
We need a cream cheese.
cream story cheese time?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like...
It looks delicious, Dana.
All right. Now...
Oh, now you're going to make it look all pretty?
Now we're going to get a little bougie. And then there's going to be extra strawberries to snack.
Can I offer you a drink?
It's pretty soon. Pretty soon. We'll have Robbie do that soon. I had some big strawberries and some small strawberries.
Yeah, you threw a napkin at me. Can you throw a strawberry at me? Oh no! She hit the light.
Oh, that was a perfect one. He could have totally caught that one in his mouth. Whatever. Here we go. You did. Thank you, Chart Master. I appreciate that. That's really going to help us. They are reading them. When I talked to them, they even talked about some of the things that they were seeing in there. So they are reading them. We know that they are reading them.
And we get to see the comments too.
Yep. All right. Now we're going to do... I could have done little stars and stripe-like action on here, but no, I decided to do this instead. I think it needs more blueberries. Because this will alter the taste significantly. It sounds like somebody's getting attacked over there. All right, should we do some more strawberries? Let's go this way. Ooh, look, and then I can do this, like that. Getting all fancy. This is why I'm not Kelly Cakes. That and my name is not Kelly. There are two reasons I'm not Kelly Cakes. I'm not great at decorating things.
The food picture for our category recently got changed.
And it's not good.
People aren't really happy with it.
It's AI, and we have fabulous artists out there. And so they really need to be using our artists to do that and not AI. Because as artists, we don't want AI to be taking over what we do. You know,
we're hopeful that they're going to listen and we'll get it changed again.
I think what we should do at some point is put in AI in the cookbook. Like, remember Alton Brown said, I put it into AI? In the style of Alton Brown, and they made it. It was disgusting.
And Dana's like, well, we need to do a stream like that. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong with that? Summer fruits, forest fruits or tropical fruits? One for the rest of your life.
Blood orange?
So that would be more tropical? So you would want tropical fruits?
Yes.
As opposed to like apples?
Yeah, I'm not a big apple guy.
So, all right. And there we go. We're going to stick that. I think I did okay on the top.
That's acceptable, Dana.
Cool.
You get a passing grade.
This one's too white. Is there a... It's like sticking out like a sore thumb. There, that's better. It's not because I wanted a strawberry with the cream cheese on it.
We're on to you.
Blackberries are good. Send Twitch Studios everyone rendition of that AI meal.
Who doesn't like celery and jello?
See, isn't it, Chart Master? It's disturbing. And I'm like, are those carrots, hot dogs, or severed fingers? And I literally told Twitch that when I was talking to him. And he laughed. He was like, I don't know. All right. Robbie is going to... Now, what we want this to do is set in the refrigerator. And I do have whipped cream, so if we really needed more cream...
What am I doing?
You're going to put this in the other fridge for me.
And not stick my hand in it? And take
Do
a whole bunch
not
of it?
stick your hands in it, but I will give you this bowl of strawberries and blueberries. How's that? After I eat a couple. All right. Take a moment to clean up a little bit, because next, so parfaits, trifles, you don't have time to bake something, you don't have time to cook something, but you want to make something, right? That's a super easy thing to do. And you can choose any kind of fruit. I'm going to tell you that, I don't know about you guys, I love the little mandarin oranges that come in cans. I love those. I used to eat them by the can full, I guess, when I was little, and I still love them. And you do that with some angel food cake and some sort of custard or whipped cream, and then the angel food cake, so good. It's a car crash of a picture, exactly. Luminology, come on over. And the leftover cream cheese in the mixture is just going to go over here for later. Do you want some of this with the fruit? It's sticking to the, hang on.
She does love me. Look what I found.
Power humming. Power humming. Okay, what's next
Thank
on my
you.
list? You're welcome. Ooh, let's pickle some Fresnos. All right, so what should I?
Yes.
Thank you. That was helpful. That was super helpful.
I'm here to help.
All right. Got the strawberry stuff off
That's
of
true.
my
She
cutting
did say
board.
yes when I popped the question.
I said, finally. Actually, one of our friends told me I should have said that. Actually, one of Robbie's friends told me I should. He's also my friend. But
Sounds like it's not my friend anymore.
he was like, did you say finally? I'm like, I did not. I just said yes. It's an odd sentence to hear as a Californian. Which is an odd sentence? Which sentence did I say that's odd? I say odd things all the time. Okay, Fresno chilies.
Words are very hard for Dana sometimes.
I thought I'd pickle some of these
Let's pickle some Fresnos.
to put on the burger to, amp up the chili flavor a little bit. And of course I got rid of my little spoon I was using. It's a hot mess back there on the counter. Pay no attention to what's behind me. In the next kitchen, I need to have... Oh, Fresno is a city in California. Yes, I did know that. So pickling Fresno. I can see that. So we need to make a little pickling liquid. So let's see, vinegar, a little sugar, anything else we should put in here?
Worcestershire?
No, not Worcestershire.
Cottage cheese?
No, usually. Those are very good ideas for another day, honey.
I don't think she means that. Someone should pickle Sacramento.
Okay. Oh, I should have kept these whole again. I did that last time when I pickled stuff, didn't I? Dang it. All right, it's fine.
Learn from Dana's mistakes, because clearly Dana...
Clearly I don't. I clearly do not learn from my own mistakes. All right. And I don't have any more peppers, so I can't do it. All right, I need another little pot.
Would you Ouija Boy says, I'm sorry, but Sacramento and Fresno sound like sci-fi planets in Star Wars.
The names have to come from somewhere. They have to come from somewhere. Okay, let's see here. So I need some vinegar.
Are you hiding from us again?
No.
It looks like you're hiding from us.
I'm going to use some white vinegar, some white sugar. I don't need a lot because I don't have that many.
She's eating the trifle in the pantry.
That's it. Don't tell them. Come on. What are you doing to me? Get some sugar in there. So what other, do we need other, I'm trying to think what else we want to put in there in our pickling stuff. Flavors? Both are Spanish. Are you tripping? Probably. It's like when Robbie goes, did this happen or am I crazy? And I'm like, I mean, both?
She just likes to call me crazy.
I do.
And
It's
I walk
fun.
right into it every time.
It's so much fun. All right, we're going to put these in here. Do we need any other spices with our...
Dana,
Yes.
my bowl is defective.
Uh-oh, it's empty. What happened there?
I don't know.
We should put some peppercorns in there probably. How about if we put a few coriander seeds in there? All wizards are probably a little crazy.
That's for sure.
And then let's do some, I'm walking back and forth. I said I wasn't going to do it. Here I am. Maybe some peppercorns. I wonder if I have any cumin seed. Sometimes I have cumin seed and sometimes I don't. Juniper, lava salt, Thai ginger salt. Look at the weird stuff I have.
They'll have to look from afar.
They will. That is okay. All right. So once that sugar has dissolved, that's all good. I think this will be good. A D&D fan? You used to play D&D, yes? Or no? He plays World of Warcraft.
I never really played D&D, actually.
No? Woo! That vinegar.
I did play that back in the day. Boy, that's a long time ago.
Stratego.
Uh-huh.
All right, we may or may not use these. We're going to see how they turn out. So we're going to,
Since you
Leave
chopped
that
them
out
up
at
and
not.
didn't leave them whole.
I don't know. I just want to see how they turn out flavor-wise. And that can go in there. And that's it for that. And now we need to make our cucumber salad. I think that's next. Yes, because I need to get that in the refrigerator.
Would you like to run the poll again before we forget?
You guys want to run the poll again, or should we wait a little bit? Oh, I used to play Othello with my kiddo. It's a great thinking game.
I have played that. I don't know which one I played more.
We can play Othello. I have it. I don't know why I'm.
You don't have Stratego?
I don't know that I have Stratego. Maybe.
It seems like an oversight.
You can fix that if you really need to.
Are
All
you
right.
just randomly cutting at the plastic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this is how you do it if you don't need the whole cucumber, Robbie. Keep it wrapped up and then just wrap that around there and it stays better longer.
And it protects your cucumber?
It protects my cucumber, which is very important. Always protect your cucumber. You played Sorry growing up? I did play that a lot.
First console was a GameCube. I still have a.
My first console was a Atari.
I was gonna say there's an NES in the house. It's not hooked up currently, but it is in the house.
And we did have one of those Atari game controllers that had every Atari game ever.
Video art?
Something video art. I never heard of that. Are any of you old enough to have had letter people in kindergarten? Did you have letter people?
Wait for last word, please.
It was terrible. Oh. Scrabble, that was something we played. I played a lot of Scrabble, backgammon, and cards growing up. We had some board games. My kids had a gazillion board games that I bought. So really they were mine and I let the kids play them. Where is the, oh, there it is.
Monopoly is a family destroyer.
We did play Monopoly.
Now there's Monopoly Go, Dana, that they
I know.
advertise every 30 seconds on television.
Yes. All right. So this is just a super easy cucumber salad. I've made it on here before just because it's a yummy, easy side dish. It's very refreshing. It's great for the summer. Robbie very soon is going to stop watching me. He's not watching me now.
I actually got a mini NES for Christmas a few years ago when it came out. In fact, I used that to stream a couple times.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Didn't Kelsey get that for you?
She did. Don't slice yourself. Mandolins are dangerous. I agree.
Did I slice myself?
Not today.
Only one time. And all the times.
That's one too many. Dana is a pro mandolin slicer.
I'm very good at it. And we're going to use it for onion too.
Yeah, we've got some people that'll be in here and they're saying in chat, use the guard. What are you doing?
And I go, no.
Although, honestly, I'm more terrified of that knife.
I've cut myself with this knife more than I had with the mandolin, and I've had the mandolin for years, and I've had the knife for a month and a half.
That knife is serious business. Hey.
Is he sitting where he used to sit because he wanted the pointer, the laser pointer?
No, he just wants treats.
Oh.
He's like, if you don't want me to bark at the neighbors, I need more treats.
All
I
right.
don't really have him trained well.
Okay, so that's about half and half. Sometimes I'll do a little less onion, but half and half is about right. So the mix for this, you're going to see my precise measurements here.
Are we now?
I'm going to have to do this at some point where I measure things so I can put it in the cookbook.
Michael doesn't think the mandolins are covered by the ring insurance.
No.
Favorite burger side dish is fresh coleslaw.
Coleslaw is a good one. All right, so sour cream. And then we're going to get a little vinegar. You could also use lemon juice, but I grew up with it being made with white vinegar. I'm actually going to use apple cider vinegar. Do I want apple cider vinegar? Nope, I want white vinegar. I just smelled that and I'm like, no, I think today I'm going to do white vinegar. So I put some vinegar in here. I used to use it so sparingly. My mom never gave me a recipe for it. Excuse me. And so we're going to do salt and pepper. We're going to do a little dill, if I can find my dill. Where's my dill? Hello, dill.
Some
And
of
a
my
little-
best friends are apple cider vinegar.
There we go. So a little dill.
It's true. They've kind of taken over the fridge this month.
We're going to do, they are. And then a little celery salt. I like to have that. I like that in my tuna salad too, by the way. A little celery salt. And then somewhere, let's start with that. We're going to start with this. And we were probably going to add some salt, but because it was celery salt, I want to make sure I mix this up first. And I do this by taste. Does it taste good? And always do that with your recipes. So, but if I'm writing a cookbook, I really need to actually write a recipe down, right?
That would be helpful, yes.
It needs way more vinegar.
I think if you just cite a VOD from 6 months ago, we might be in trouble.
So celery, have to be in the mood for it. So this is celery salt. So it doesn't taste like celery, but it's so good with like a Bloody Mary. It's excellent. Dipped into the celery stick. Ah, yeah. I used to eat it with peanut butter or cream cheese because I wasn't allowed to have like crackers and stuff. Cherry tomatoes and salt, that's good too. Hello, Fluffy Bakery. You have to make more burgers. Wednesday is, oh, okay. All right, that needs a little more just regular salt. If I said, Robbie, put some salt in here, he would do this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's how you're supposed to do it, Dave. You don't want to oversalt.
It drives me up a freaking wall.
It sure does.
Celery salt in your lobster roll dressing. Ooh, that sounds good. Peanut butter is an interesting one. It's so good on celery. I don't think it tastes like celery at all. Celery doesn't really have a strong, distinctive flavor, in my opinion. It's mostly water. All right, now we're just going to dump all of this in here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? And this is going to make this a little watery. What you want to do is take your cucumbers and salt them. That's another reason I don't add salt until after I've got everything in there. I salt my cucumbers. I let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then I rinse them and dry them before I put them in here. I didn't do that this time. So what is going to happen is as the celery hits this salt in here, it's going to release some of its liquid. So this is going to get a little waterier. It's still going to taste good, but salt them first, yes. The best way to taste write a recipe is to place the container on a food scale, tare it to 0. When you're done adding, weigh it again, and the negative weight is what you added to the dish. Oh, well, there you go. You have taste issues, taste texture issues with it. I mean, everybody to their own. Some lime zest to go with the chili theme, not for my cucumbers. I'm a purist when it comes to my cucumbers. You're going to make me think about this.
Very seriously.
Yeah, you're going to make me think about it. I don't know how I would feel with lime zest in here. Maybe we'll have to try it. We are going to use lime zest though. So we're going to get to it, Michael. You're going to get to use some lime zest today. Because one of our salsas is going to have lime zest in it.
You're a Slytherin.
I know. Exactly.
Dana would totally be in Slytherin.
I would not be in Slytherin.
Okay, which one would you be in, Dana?
We're the smart people. Is that Ravenclaw? He's just sitting there looking at me like, that's so not you. Okay, what do I need to do next?
You have one vote for Hufflepuff, apparently.
Hufflepuff, a secret Slytherin. All right, I'm going to put this cucumber away. And I think what we need to do next
Hello.
is get some bacon in the oven. And I'm gonna prep some corn. So, Adra, hello, hello. What did I just say? Prep the corn, which really means just shucking the corn. So here I am. I'm gonna be over here by the trash can. Hi. I'm gonna put some stuff on the corn before Robbie gets it on the grill, because we're just gonna let him do this on the grill. The lady at the grocery store ruined my corn.
She ruined your
This
corn.
was also underneath the watermelon. She put a bunch of stuff in a bag and then she put a watermelon on top of it. And I'm like, I didn't notice that until I got home, and I'm like, why? Why? Don't put watermelons on top of other stuff. I had another bag. Just put the watermelon in its own bag or put it at the bottom. Put chips on top of it. It's fine. All right. I've got my list. I'm trying to stick to my list in the order that it's on there, or I will forget something. Ask Robbie. I do it all the time. I was going to do some red, white, and blue potatoes, but I don't think we're going to need them. So I think I'm going to leave that out. I'm just going to stick the corn on here. Let's clean the cake off of here real quick.
She did feed me some of the leftover strawberries and blueberries, so that helped.
He's going to be just fine.
I've been distracting the dog for the last 20 minutes because he decided to finally come inside. But he's outside again, so we're good.
Okay, that's ready. I'm gonna do some things to it before he takes it out to the grill. We'll probably slather some mayonnaise on there. I know that sounds weird. And then we're gonna put some spices and stuff in the mayonnaise and let him grill that. And then we'll roll it in. Actually, no, you should grill it first and then we'll roll it and everything else. Otherwise, it's gonna burn.
I think the pool party's calmed down a little bit. When did you want your beverage, Dan?
I was thinking about that I would probably like that soon.
And did you want to do that poll third time before we forget?
All right, let's do our poll for a third time because Robbie's going to keep asking me about it until we do it. Because we had decided we were doing this at least 3 times. We can do it a 4th time if we need to. So again, we're voting on cookbooks for next month of what we're going to be focusing on, and it's Simon's Simply Supper. So that's Michael Simon. We've got Home Cook. What's it called? You've got the list over there. Cook With Me by Alex Guanashali. We have The Walk by Kenji, and we have Milk Street's book, so that's Christopher Kimball. It's called The New Rules. So it's kind of taking old dishes and kind of putting a spin on them. So we're going to go ahead and put that up for a few minutes, see what happens. And then after that, I'll let Robbie make me a cocktail because I'm so nice. Let me get bacon in the oven while I do that.
On that now.
Oh, you're going to make my beverage now? So exciting. Meanwhile, I'm going to get stuff ready. I'm going to put that bacon in the oven. There he is. It's so exciting. Oh, I need to make the garnishes for that too. So let me get these, the bacon doesn't need to go in the oven right now, just turn the oven on. Let me move that over here and let me do the garnish real quick. We're gonna do a watermelon garnish. Does that sound exciting?
It does.
Look at that knife. Do you see that? See how that goes right? This is a Johnson, knife.
Oops.
I just need to be better at using it. That was operator error. How do I choose a good watermelon? I kind of pick it up and feel it by weight, kind of thump it, see if it sounds like it's juicy. Other than that, that's about it. Where did I put the things to make the garnishes? Oh, where did you go? I can't find them. They're hiding. Oh, there they are. Robbie put all the stars on top of my stars.
Sorry.
This is the garnish I made up. All right, so you guys see if somebody put in exclamation point drink, you'll see what the drink is for today. It's got vodka. We're using an orange liqueur. We're using blue curacao. We're gonna use some grenadine on there. Thank you. We're calling it the Grand Old Flag Martini, but I'm open to other ideas. If you want other ideas. Want other ideas? Feel like you've got a better idea. It is. Oh, aren't there two, or did you just make one? You just made one? Okay.
So just a dash of this, huh? This is where it all goes wrong. Hey, Uncommon Wolf. Hey, Dinner with Mom. So just a dash, huh?
That's what it says, and so it should go down to the bottom. You poured really fast. When you want things to float, you want to pour slower.
That wasn't me. That was gravity.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. What do we want as the garnish?
But it did get down there. It did the
It did.
thing.
It did the thing. It sure did. I just want it to be redder. Hello, Dinner with Mom. How are you doing? Blue curacao. Purple Rain. Yes, that's also a good cocktail as well. So there we go. There's our... Can I bring that closer to you guys? The red's not super red. I think maybe when we make another one of these, let's put the grenadine in first and then really slowly pour the drink in and see if that helps us see the red a little better. So.
Would you like a picture of that?
Mm-hmm. Because you're going to want to stir it because you need the sweetness from the grenadine. For sure. But here we go. I'm just going to put all of my little thoughts and ideas on.
What else are you doing over here?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out how do I want that to look. There we go. I'm just garnishing away over here. I have your stuff boxed up, but to send to you, Dinner with Mom, but I have not got it in the mail yet. I'm going to be doing that on Tuesday because I can't do it on Monday. So hopefully you will get your spoon from Venice along with the things the mix for the pasta dish in there as well. And then big ball of yarn, if you're still in here, yours is also packaged up and ready to go. So there we go.
Spoon soon.
You will get it soon. That is correct. I had a problem in that I had two boxes, and one was the right size, but one was the wrong size. Now I've got that all sorted out. So it's all good. This kitchen is a mess.
But on the good side, you have a beverage now.
I do have a beverage. I'm going to stir it up now that you've got a picture of it. I hope he didn't get a picture with all of the things.
You might want to take another picture then.
It's got all the things.
By the way, Dana, how was WOW?
Wow, good question. It was good. It was long. I mean, I enjoyed the people I was playing with. Robbie was there in Kenara, and I
think
enjoyed.
you got all the way to level 18 on your first day.
I did. It's just really hard for me because it's so much time. I think I spent over 5 hours that first day. I need to do this someplace else. Hang on. I want a pretty picture of it. All right. We need
Hold
the flash.
please while Dana gets into photography mode.
That's what I do. How come?
And one of these days we'll actually grill the burgers that have been chilling in the fridge.
I know, but I got things to do first.
She did feed me some strawberries and
You're
blueberries.
good.
I'm not quite hangry.
Oh, you got natural light. I want studio light. There we go. Did that turn out? That's pretty good. I can work with that. Okay.
Now she can drink it. That's the rule here. Once you've taken pictures of the drinks or the food, you can drink or eat it.
Yeah. All right. So let me do this, Robbie. Let me make a couple of salsas real quick, and then I will let you grill the burgers. So if you want to get the...
Then you'll let me.
Yes. I'll let you grill the burgers. So, and because I got some things we want to slice. We want to slice up some... We need to get the bacon in the oven. That's the one thing I need to do real quick.
You think you broke that rule a lot? Always take pictures.
You have to take the pictures. And I just, for that one, because I want to see the red and all of that. It needed more light and no distractions behind it.
This new Sprite plus tea is really good.
Sprite plus tea, interesting. Interesting. All right. Don't forget, we're here, for those of you in the United States, we're here this weekend to pay homage, to commemorate those people who helped us. Look at that. Look at how blue that is now. To honor and commemorate the people who had died in service to our country. So I think that's an important thing to remember. Oh, that's kind of fun too. Look at that, Robbie, with the star floating in it. Isn't that kind of fun? Look at that. I really wanted star fruit, and they didn't have it at the grocery store. They haven't had star fruit for a while, so it must not be in season. I don't know. All right, Robbie, I'm going to make some salsas real quick.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a bell pepper. I haven't washed this one because it still has a sticker on it. So we'll wash it really good. And now we're going to burn it. So we'll get that going. The wok again. All
So
right.
now we have the Walk and Milk Street tied for first, with Cook With Me right behind, followed by Simply Simon.
Nobody wants to do Simply Simon with suppers. That gets you more grilling. White onion, lime juice. So this is going to need to go in a blender. So I need to get a blender out.
That pepper be popping.
I have got to clean my kitchen out. Would you like to move the KitchenAid for me?
There's a right answer for this, isn't there?
There is a right answer.
How dare you burn my red bell peppers?
Wouldn't have matched the color scheme, but it would have been like a bright star kind of thing, like a gold star, right?
So you're done with this?
I'm done with that. We're done.
Off you go.
You've got to clean your kitchen too? Yeah, I hear you. that. So we're just getting flavor. Now you can do this on the grill. You can do this in the oven. It's handy when you have gas because you can just do it right here. And you'll see real chefs, not home cooks like me. They'll take the grate off and just put them right there. What?
I was saying I love you.
I don't. The right answer is yes, and I love you.
Oh, it's just yes?
It's just yes.
We were so close on that answer on Common Wolf.
All right. So for this also, we're going to put in some onion. We're going to put in a tomato. I'm going to see which of these tomatoes. We'll put this tomato in. Get in there.
Hey, Maka Waka.
Hello, hello. How are you, Maka Waka? How's it going? I take that little part off. Now you could roast your tomatoes too. This particular recipe I'm using did not have me do that. I always think roasting everything gives you more flavor. But you do you. You do it. Do you. It's all good. All right, so we got the white onion. We need a little lime juice, a little cumin, salt, pepper. So put a little cumin in here. Truly, these salsas won't take that long to make.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie CSM, hello, hello. How are you? Oh, Debbie, how are you? I'm actually going to put, this doesn't call for olive oil. I'm going to put a little olive oil in there to add a little fat. Salt.
Get you a shout out just as soon as Twitch will let me.
There we go. Most things are probably not eggs, though.
She's burned it.
I know, that's what you want to do.
She's torturing it.
You want to char it. When you do it on purpose, it's called charring, not burning. So get it right. We're going to add some Calabrian chili peppers in here.
That poor bell pepper is screaming.
Help me. Help me.
I'll be even better once we, grill the burgers and chow down. They're currently resting in the fridge.
So have you guys seen these peppers? So
what did you do to that pepper?
have you guys seen it? Isn't it cool? This is called an aloha pepper. So it's kind of orange and red. I didn't burn the fish, I blackened it. Exactly. Exactly.
There we go.
You haven't seen those yet? Yeah, my grocery store, they've had them the last couple of times I've been there and I didn't pick them up, but I thought, you know what, I am going to pick it up today because maybe I'll do something with it, but I'm not going to do something with it today.
Anytime, Debbie.
So,
I've also never seen that pepper before. That was new to me. I was like, what does she do?
What is happening? All right, lime juice. This is the fresh squeeze stuff. It wants a little bit of that.
Were they pricey?
But it's fresh.
But were they pricey?
Oh, the aloha peppers?
Yeah.
The same as the red and the orange ones.
Really?
Yeah. And right now the red and the orange ones and the yellow ones are all they're on sale, so they're the same price as the green peppers. So why not get the red and the orange and all
Put
of
the
that?
lime in the coconut and drink it all up.
I did. You put the lime in the coconut. You know that song? And drink it all up. I mean, you were like 9 when that came out.
That's why I remember it. Your favorite flavor-wise is the red bell pepper?
I do like red bell pepper.
So it happens you did cut up a coconut today? Silly is definitely one word.
It is a word. You're right, Robbie. Good for you. All right. So I think we've got that charred pretty good there. So now we want to take that off. Now, if I had lots of time, I would stick that in a plastic bag, or I'd stick it in a bowl and cover it with plastic. You can put it in a paper bag. I don't think that works quite as well. And then it sweats, and that gets underneath the skin, and then the skin is really easy to take off. Because that's ultimately what we want to do. We want a little of that charred flavor.
Look at all that steam.
Mm-hmm. It's hot. This would not be something Robbie would be touching right now if he were over here.
Dana is immune to heat and
No,
fire
I'm not immune. It's hot.
and cold.
So not true. He's like, he's a little crazy. Oh, I should probably,
I say that bacon's making noise in the oven.
yeah. We should check that.
So she has superpowers. Yes.
I am. Did I drizzle what with lime? You have to be more specific. I put lime in the salsa. I did not put it on the peppers.
I thought you put it in the coconut.
I didn't put it in the coconut. When will Marvel, that, you know, if they would hire me, that would just be great. All right, I'm gonna actually go do this in the sink. I'm not gonna be able to get all the skin off because we didn't take the time to do this today.
Just got the coconut.
And I don't mind if we leave a little of the charring on there. I like the flavor. Just enough charring, not too much. What are you saying over there, Robbie? I hear you talking to everybody.
I haven't said anything. Did I say anything?
I thought I heard you.
I heard the oven beep.
You talking and the oven beeping do not sound the same.
Well, apparently they do.
Oh, I think the bacon is done.
The bacon's
Holy
done.
Cow. Okay, it's still good. It's not burned. It's not burned, but that cooked super fast tonight. Peppers. I forgot what I was doing. Uh-oh. Our foolish dog is out there running around making noise again. That's not as foolish,
Not
though.
burned, just charred.
That's right. When you do it on purpose, it's charred. When it's an accident, it's burned. So don't ever say it's burned.
Or Dana, you're just testing the smoke detectors.
Testing the smoke detectors?
Yeah. That's the other excuse. Is that just me?
I think that's just you.
Okay.
Is that your timer that says you're done? Is the smoke
It's the
detector?
backup timer.
It's the
That's
backup
true. It is the backup timer. Did you not know that all houses come with backup cooking timers these days?
You have to change the batteries, though. When was the last time you changed your batteries, everybody? I think we need to change ours. I think it's been a year.
Well, if you cook the bacon any longer, we'll find out whether or not you need to.
The
change out
bacon
the
is out of the
batteries.
oven. It's not cooking anymore. Did you start the grill?
I have not started the grill yet. I fear it might be another hour before we get
Nope.
to the hamburgers.
You're good. This salsa takes a little bit longer than the other one. And then the other thing we're going to put in here is we're just going to put in frostbite.
Uh-oh.
Frostbite is just capsaicin with a little vinegar. That's it. So it doesn't have a flavor to it. It's just heat. So I want a little more heat in here without adding any other flavor. So we're going to add a little bit in there.
If you blacken your Swiss cheese, does that make it Swiss chard?
No. A little different, just a little. All right, I'm going to turn this on. I think you guys have told me that, oh, this isn't plugged in. My crew is falling down on their jobs.
She specifically only mentioned moving the mixer. She didn't say to plug anything in for her.
There we go.
What are you going to season the corn with?
So I'm going to let Robbie char it on the grill, so cook it on the grill, and then we'll come in and I'm going to slather it with some mayonnaise and some spices like cumin and chili powder, and I might pull a bottle I have that's already a mix of stuff, but some kind of Mexican seasonings, and then we'll slather that on, and then we'll roll it into with some cilantro and some cotija cheese.
There you go, Michael. She answered your question without even seeing it.
There you go. All right. We're going to do this. Now, you want to be really careful when you're making your salsas. You do not want to spin them, and you don't want to do it really fast. Pulsing is probably better. I probably should have pulsed this, because what will happen is you'll start to make the stuff bubble, and then it's not good. There's a restaurant here.
I was just about to say that there is a restaurant
I will not
that we
mention
like.
their name. We like everything else about it except for their salsa.
It typically has
And
so
this
many bubbles, and it's like, did they mix soap in this?
Yeah, it just doesn't help the flavor, and I may have done this a
Or
little
you'll
more.
get salsa flavored ketchup.
Yeah, not even. It'll be like waterier than that. Ooh, that's got heat. Okay,
Well, you put frostbite in there, dear.
I did. So it's not as pretty as I would like it to be, but here we are. Here we are. This is not my favorite salsa I've ever made. I like making my red salsa, which I probably should have done, where I char all of the vegetables.
The restaurant is totally called The Perfect Salsa.
All right, I need a drink. I could have put sparkles in here too.
Ooh.
Okay. And now I need to make the white salsa. So we'll make that real quick. And the white, so this is like a creamy garlic lime dip. So we're going to have some sour cream. So we'll get our sour cream out. I don't want to use that spoon because I was tasting stuff with it. I think I'm going to go through all the spoons. So, Golden Flare, thank you for resubscribing. Did you see my cocktail? It was layered, blue and red, but it has a star in it. All right. So we've got some sour cream. I love sour cream. I'll just eat this spoonful of sour cream. And then we're going to add some coriander. So in the United States, if you are looking at a recipe that is a United States recipe, an American recipe, coriander means the ground seed of cilantro. Okay? So we're going to add...
There we go. Got a sticker.
Oop! That was a little more than I wanted in there, but...
There we go.
Oh, that was white pepper. Oh, dang it.
Got you up on the fridge again.
All right, we got to take this out because that was the wrong thing.
Does the fridge light up red if it's open too long? No, that's just the different stream alerts.
All right, that's the pepper. We have white pepper in there. Where's my coriander?
And we even have the channel points that you can pick some different colors, and it's supposed to change automatically.
Where are... I can't
Golden
find
Flare's
my
like this. There we go. It's yellow. I swear it's yellow. Let me show you on the wide shot. There we go. That's a little bit better shot of the yellow.
I must not have any ground coriander, people. See, if Megabytes was here, I would say this is what happens. Sometimes you forget to do things. So I do have coriander seeds, so we'll grind that up and put that in there. But I've got plenty of pepper in there now. Nope, seeds going everywhere. I still haven't found a really good spice mill when I'm doing a small amount of spices.
Or a spice meal.
Or that, sure. So if anybody has any suggestions, I've got a coffee grinder, an old coffee grinder that I use when I'm making larger batches of stuff, and that works really well. But when I'm doing such a small amount, they just kind of spin around in there. And I've tried some hand cranked ones, and those haven't worked out well for me. So I don't know. This is where we're going to do some lime zest. This is just a really easy, again, a little easy recipe, not my complicated, although mine aren't really that complicated once you know how to do them.
Is the lime zest just for Michael?
It's actually in the recipe, but I manifested it apparently earlier today.
That is Dana's special knife from Johnson.
You cannot get that at Walmart.
It's even got her logo
It was
on
actually made specifically for me, so it actually has my logo on it. Made by, can I get it? Hello. Johnson. It's a little dirty, so you can't really see it. But he streams. If you like that knife and you want to see how it was made, he streams on Twitch.
And you can win
almost
your
every
own
day.
knives for free.
And you can win. We've won 3 knives. This one was given as a gift to me. But we've won in this household 3 other knives by Johnson.
Is the newest one around, or is that elsewhere?
Nope, it's
there
right
it
there.
is.
It lives with the knives.
So this is the latest one that I won.
I'm gonna grate a garlic clove into here, but if you wanted to, you could just probably use garlic powder and it would still taste really yummy. I've made a mess over here. What else is new? So we'll, and this knife, by the way, is super sharp. Some of you have seen me cut myself on it twice.
Yeah, he called it the dice knife, so I don't know if it was from leftover dice material, because he does make a lot of dice that he sells at the market there. And he sells them as well that you can buy or purchase with Sin coins from his channel.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's get some garlic in here.
And Chartmaster said, excuse my Californian, but a wheat grinder might make a good small-scale spice grinder.
A wheat grind? Oh, I would be afraid. I live in Texas, and they have just passed a resolution
Yeah,
to
we're going
even.
the other way.
We're going the other way. They just passed a resolution to not even allow THC. So you're right. That might be good. I'd be afraid to have any kind of paraphernalia, because here in Texas they may just use that as a way to get you. They're a little nutso.
Michael, it's kind of like his own channel points stuff that you get for watching or subbing or participating in different things on the channel.
And then you can turn them in to win, to have more chances to win
You
the
can buy
knives.
video games with it off of his site.
Oh yeah, there's that too. I forgot about that.
You can search for an herb grinder instead, same product, different marketing.
See, I have an herb grinder, but it's too big. Oh no, I have a coffee grinder. I've tried to look, I'll have to look again. Maybe I need to use a different search word. You know, sometimes you know exactly what you want, but every word you put in gives you something different than what you're looking for.
I was going to say kind of
That
like
needs
the
salt.
trifold thing that you helped search for earlier. You said search for punch bowl and it might come up.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that. All right, we're going to put some salt in there. I've got pepper in there, so that's good. And that's just easy. That's just an easy sauce. Have you started the grill yet?
No, the Texas heat has preheated the grill for us to at least 350.
Okay.
It was 90 something out there today. Totally not an illegal spice grinder. Exactly. That's what you need to be searching for.
It's totally a spice grinder. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, this needs to go there. One day they're going to go, what's this? Is this weed? And I'll be like, no, it's dill. They'll be like, dill weed? And I'll go, well, yes, but that's just the spice.
So am I hearing that we're ready to basically grill and I should actually really go preheat it?
Yes, you can do that because I just need to slice. I need to caramelize
rosemary.
some onions. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why is my bacon? I forgot to pull this off right away. That's okay.
Dana, you had one job, and by
It's
one I
fine.
mean
Like 20.
20,000.
I was going to ask him, what was my one job? I'll just stick to that. You can do all the other things. If you're new here, that is my fiance. He's Robbie, Randy, Ricky, Roy, Drink More, Cook Less. He is my tech guy, my sous chef, my logistical elevation technician, dog wrangler, stagehand, so he does a lot. My one job was to do all the jobs. Exactly. Oh,
Grill's
oh
on.
no. Yeah, it's just oregano. It's just oregano. They won't care. They'll say, don't care. That's what they would say. Not all of them, by the way. All right. We're going to have like crumbled bacon kind of on our burgers. This is what happens when I try to do all the things. Sometimes I will do the bacon ahead of time so that I do not forget about it. And then it's always cooked properly. I don't burn it because it's the only thing I am doing. All right, let's get this out of the way.
Has the bacon been saved?
Bacon is safe. I am almost out of counter space and I have a pretty good sized kitchen.
Yep, can confirm. Counter space is pretty much gone.
I could clean some things up. I need to slice some onions. I want to get some onions into a pan and caramelize them because I like caramelized onions on my burgers. Do you guys like caramelized onions on your burgers?
Almost. We got the grill preheating. I'm about to grab the burger patties out of the fridge. Rocky is waiting to help and
Don't
assist.
forget you got to do the corn too. And you can use that to put the burgers on once they're cooked, along with the corn.
I will
once
go ahead
it's
and
cooked.
carry the corn out there then.
Yes, Rocky will probably not eat the corn. So that, I know, and it's going to be like chili flavors. So we've got all sorts of good stuff in our burgers. We hope. That's what we're hoping. And then we've got dessert.
Already
We've
at
got
the
our
300 on the
trifle for the
grill.
dessert. And we'll take a picture of everything when it's all
Told you
done.
the Texas heat preheated it. It's already 300 out there.
Is it really? On my insert food name here, me too, Michael. If it says caramelized onions on it, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what I want off of the menu. You know? When you get to eat whole food again, oh my, I know. Why are you torturing yourself by watching food things? While we were gone for 3 weeks eating Italian food, eating delicious Italian and French food, there was one day we went out and I go, they have a burger. I'm gonna get it. It was at least a burger place, but half their menu was still Italian food. But I was like, I'm getting a burger.
All right, I think we're ready to go. Burger time?
Sure, go ahead. We're gonna get these. I usually like to caramelize my onions for a very long time, slow and low. We're not going to get exactly as slow and low. Oops, wrong burner.
Dang,
Get
I
the
forgot
right
all about the
burner
trifle
on.
until I saw it out there.
You what?
I forgot all about the trifle until I saw it in the fridge.
And then you were like, oh, you're right. There's that for dessert.
I may or may not have grabbed a handful as I was grabbing the burgers.
Okay. Perfect. You can remake it.
I will not remake it.
All of the things. All right. Feed me, please. I like it. I like it. I'll give you the short version. If you want a long, convoluted version, you'll share it in Discord. Okay. Was coming home from a friend's with some friends one night, and we hit a skunk. Ugh. It was a good drive, and the girl who was driving wanted to stop, so we ended up parking in a bank parking lot. Well, the police came, and your car had the smell of old skunk. Fun. Before they asked you what happened. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. But to me, it smells like skunk. So, which is why I'm not a fan. All right. We're going to do a little olive oil, a little butter. I love the caramelized onions because you get to taste the sweetness that is the onions that you don't always get if they're not cooked. You know? It doesn't bother you. Well, that's good. It would bother me because I'd be like, I want all the foods I like. Why can't I have all the foods? How did this happen? But it's good that it doesn't bother you. One day I'm going to be like Julia Child and buy like 50 pounds of onions and just keep practicing until I can, chop them super fast. All right, low, low, low. Let's get low.
Is that how it works?
Yep. And you go over and turn it down. That's the other part. Are you looking for the grill stuff that's down here in the bottom drawer?
No, I'm just going to just use these.
Okay.
And make a lot of noise. Apparently.
He's messing up all my kitchen stuff. So
Look, Dana. Careful.
Your mom was from Idaho and couldn't tell the skunkweed difference either. Day after recreational was legalized in Cali, Dad had to tell her that wasn't a skunk. You like red caramelized onion and mozzarella. Ooh, that's good. I will use, if I'm making onion dip from scratch, I'll use red onions. And I will put it on low and leave it on the burner for like an hour to caramelize. I mean, obviously I go over and stir it some. But you can tell the difference. When they're cooked real slow, they get like creamy and sweet. And when they're cooked a little fast, they're still really good. You get a little of that sweetness, but they still have that bite. So it's kind of one or the other, both works. An hour. When I first saw the recipe years and years ago, like 20 years ago, I was like, that's crazy. I'm not going to leave them on for an hour. But I put them on my smallest burner on low, and they turned out so good, and they were so good in the dip. It was delicious. It was painful. Oh, I know. I went over to a friend's house. She's like, I'm going to cook you guys dinner. I'm going to do fajitas. I said, okay. And I was like, can I cut those for you? Not only that, but she was doing this with the knife. And I'm like, it's easier if you hold the blade. You get more control. You can. So she's young. She has lots of years to learn. So I remember being young and I was painfully slow at cutting things. Low for 2 hours. See, look at that, 2 hours. Robbie is grilling outside. He has his mic on. Is he talking to you guys? Is he saying things about me out there? Do I know? What's he saying out there? Do I need to point at him with the knife? What are you saying about me? What? All right, I need to slice some tomatoes. Oh, I forgot to put the lime zest. Michael, I told you there was lime zest coming and I forgot to do it. Where did I put the zester? Here it is. We need to put the lime zest in here. How dare I forget the lime zest? Let me put some lime zest in there. Now, do we really need a chili mayo? I've got so many other things. Do we need to do that too? I mean, I said I would. I mean, it's not that hard. Right? We can put a little adobo in there. We could put some chili powder. There you go. Now you've had your lime zest. You get your lime zest. GBB eyes? And it's feeding. He said that? Okay, he isn't talking. Are you sure? Because Uncommon Wolf says, no, Robbie, Dana's sweet. You shouldn't say those things. Are you saying things about me outside?
I didn't say anything out there. Rocky, were you saying things? Are you getting me in trouble?
All right, here we go. Oh, well, that's not good. This is a defective.
My mic was on.
They could hear the wind out there. They're like, is he outside?
Probably.
I'm like, is he saying things about me? What's going on out there? All right, let's get rid of that. That's a bummer. Our tomatoes are going to have a hole in them. That's the thing about heirloom tomatoes. You kind of have to use them right away. And these have been here for a couple of days. But they do not last long. All right. I think that's the last. We'll just do that. I tried growing them a couple of years ago. That did not work out well for me. It's very windy out there. It's been very windy around here. You put a hole in them. I know, good produce never does. That's why I wish I had like a farmer's market I could walk to. Where we want to move, I can have a golf cart and probably golf cart over to a farmer's market. Because I kind of long for like, okay, what do I want to eat? Let's go to the market and buy maybe 1 or 2 days worth of stuff and come home and eat stuff that's just always fresh. I mean, isn't that what we want? I mean, I know not everybody wants that, but I do. All right, that bowl is really small for this tomato, but that's okay. I'm gonna make it work. Because I think that's it. I think that's all I need this for. So we'll get that out of the way. And then I need to make I think if you want to put some extra cheese on any of those, there's some grated cheese left you can throw on. So we're gonna.
Yeah, I went ahead and muted while I was out there, guys. It's a little too windy for the mics.
It's been windy for a few days. Is it windy out where you are, Megabytes? Because it is here. All right, we are going to oh, and I do need to make 2 little things of mayonnaise too. One that's gonna go, actually I can use the same one. We're gonna use the same one. Oh, Windy City. If you are near the lake in Chicago, it is always Wednesday. Wednesday? It's Wednesday, windy. I remember I went to Northwestern, so my classes were often the theater building and the television and speech buildings were all like less than a block from the lake. Oh, look. I might be able to get all of that in there.
Were you wanting me to put any cheese on top or no? We'll just worry about it in here.
Did you guys hear me?
I've done like 30,000 things since then. What's the story?
I said there's some cheese here if you would like to put some cheese on the burgers.
Put the shredded cheese?
The shredded cheese
Okay.
over here. So we can use that up. All right. So I'm going to put a bunch of mayonnaise in here. And we're going to add, let's see. I cannot find, I had like a elote seasoning, and I don't know what happened to it. I have too many things, people. Don't have so many things you can't find things. Do as I tell you to do and not as I do. So, oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. This is what we're going to do. So traditionally, for when you're doing Mexican street corn, you're going to want to do mayonnaise rather than butter on it. Oh, I need to chop some cilantro, so I'm not done with the chopping board. And we're just going to use this as our mayo on our burger too, because it's yummy. It's got all the things. It's always hump day, right? It's always Wednesday. Always Wednesday in Chicago. Farm box things years ago, heirloom tomatoes, very few boxes had them, and the store employees couldn't find the darn boxes. Oh no. If you live next to the lake in Chicago, it's always Wednesday. Woohoo! Yep. So this, if you like Mexican street corn or you like Mexican flavoring, this is everything but the elote seasoning. So it's all the stuff you would normally put on your street corn, but in one handy thing. So all you need is the actual corn and some mayonnaise. And then some fresh cilantro if you want some, and some queso fresco. I got to get that out for Michael, because he would, he'll get mad at me if I don't. All right, so that's ready. Look at these. Can you see these? Wait, you got to see these. Look at how good these are looking. They're starting to get a nice creamy yellow color here. Now we just want them to get, hopefully they'll cook down a little more so that we can have like that dark, not dark, but like that medium brown caramely color. The bartender is eating good, Mr. K. Yeah, it's a problem. I need to go through my spices anyway, so there's that. Legit Mexican street corn is great too. They don't shy away from the crema and mayo though. Right, and I don't have any crema right now because that's the other thing you can use, mayonnaise or crema. So I need to probably say that. All right, I need to get the queso fresco out. I'm actually going to put a little of that on top of my red salsa over here. And then we'll put it on the corn. And then, oh, I've got pickled jalapenos too. Let's see what all we're going to put on our burger. I don't know. I've got lettuce. Hang on. I was going to buy some Boston lettuce today, and it looked terrible. It was all brown. And I like went to the back of the thing. It was still all brown. Yucky. I was very disappointed. All right, so I've got that. I've got the queso fresco, cilantro. All right, let me clean up, get the tomato off of here. I don't think we need this. I think we've got enough in our burger. And then cilantro. Is everybody reminding me, what do I need? Cilantro? So I'm going to say this again, just in case you don't know this. When you're buying fresh herbs, if they are hardy herbs like rosemary, things like that, you want to have them wrapped in a damp paper towel because they have a tendency to dry out. If you have things like cilantro, mint, you want them to wrap them in a dry paper towel and then maybe put a damp paper towel at the bottom, but very little. Like, you don't need a lot of moisture because there's already a lot of moisture in them, and they usually go bad because they get too much moisture. So, and they will last a lot longer. I have started doing this, and my cilantro is lasting like almost 2 weeks, as opposed to what it used to do, which is just a few days. So, do I need to chop up cilantro? I do, thank you. Salvadorian crema. No, I haven't had Salvadorian crema. What is the difference between like a Salvadorian crema and a Mexican crema? That would be my question. It's very hard to find good cilantro there. We go back and forth. Sometimes we have great cilantro and you can't find bad cilantro. But if the cilantro goes bad, it's bad everywhere. There's no place that the cilantro is good. Maybe at the farmer's market. But there's no place at any of the supermarkets. It doesn't matter what supermarket. It's probably all from the same places. So it's fire. I'll have to try that. Yes, if you grab your perishables from the back. But it depends. Like if I'm going to be using it that day, I don't want to take something from the back and then have the food in the front get wasted, right? So let's get that chopped. Now see, it didn't call for it in the recipe, but when I did the red salsa, this would have been really good to have blitzed in it as well. How did I end up with not chopped pieces in there? I thought I chopped that pretty dang good. Oh well. We're going to put a little of that on top of our salsa too. A little on there. And now I'm waiting for some burgers. I didn't make my potatoes. I decided we had enough food. But I did have, by the way, guys, I had red, white, and blue potatoes. So we had that. When you worked, it'll be my new, okay, you'll send me a picture from the, yes, send me that. Send me that. I don't have a good Mexican supermarket that's near me. Lewis Makes Food, thank you so much for that follow. We're glad that you're here. How did you find us here in our community here? Let me see here. Someone came up with milk that expired the next day. I go back and get them a fresh one. Oh, that was very nice. Happy with the burgers you made. You made some on the grill today yourself. Simple mix of garlic, onion powder, and salt and pepper. I mean, I like a good burger that's just got salt and pepper. Lots of salt, not lots of salt, lots of pepper on it. And call me a happy girl. I don't have to be all fancy with my burgers most of the time. The worst name in the world sauce. Worcestershire. Oh, Riquejo. You know what? I bought some of that. Is it Riquejo? Brazilian crema. So I thought that was almost like more like a ricotta cheese. And I can't remember if I got to use it or not. I know, so I can't, I'm in Texas, so I can find one. I just don't have one like within, a good one that's within 10 or 15 minutes. There's a little corner one, but they don't have a big selection of things. And they don't do anything real, like the masa they have there is the big brand that I don't really like because it doesn't have any flavor and stuff like that. Oh, so you have to drive an hour to get there. Okay. Wednesday is National Burger Day. Got it. Burger, ketchup, melted cheese. I like the burger. I can be good just with the burger, but I like to have mayo, lettuce and tomato, onion, get caramelized onions. Give me some caramelized onions on there. And that to me is a delicious burger. I don't even need the cheese. Cheese is good. I'm fine with cheese. But that's requeijão, because it's a Brazilian word. So the R is pronounced high. Requeijão. No cheese. I like cheese, but I don't have to have it. I love cheese actually, but on my burger I don't have to have it. I don't know why, but I don't. All right, I'm going to show you the best way to do when you're doing your corn. When Robbie brings it in, the best way to do it is to get yourself a baking sheet. Since I've only got 2 pieces, I'm only going to use a small one. And then you put the mayonnaise on it, and then you put the cheese and the cilantro just right on the tray, and then you roll the corn in it. And for me, that's the easiest way to do it. All right, let's see here. Cheese is in here. At least it's the easiest way I have found. Maybe you have a way that works spectacular and you love it. Queso, I know you're a queso monster, and I love queso, so don't get me wrong. We just finished the last of the queso you had in my freezer. Did you remember putting it in my freezer? Do you remember that? So this is what I do. I just throw all of that on a baking sheet. You are also a queso monster. So many queso monsters in the chat. I swear we're getting close. We are getting really, really close to, here, let's get the rest of this. I'm just going to throw it on here in case I want it on something. We'll put it in the corner. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Don't use your knife like that to clean your cutting board. You'll make it unsharp, which I'm assuming most of you want sharp knives. Okay, let's put these away. I can make some smoothies tomorrow because I have lots of blueberries and strawberries left. So good stuff. All right, Robbie is out there making us food. There are onions. Still going. And I use butter or ghee along with a little olive oil. You could use just olive oil, but the butter just gives it that next level richness. So use butter or ghee if you're afraid of burning things. Got it? Got it. Okay. We're also, because we're in Texas, and you put Fritos on top of your chili sometimes, we're going to actually put some Fritos on our burger too for a crunch. Get that crunch. And, oh, look at that. Look at that corn. That corn looks so good. And now, what did I do with my, oh, there it is right in front of me. All right, there are buns. I've got brioche buns for us. And I'm going to take this corn and we're going to slather some of this mayo on there. So mayo or crema, choose what you want on your corn when you make it this way. Keeping in mind, if you're like, ew, mayo instead of butter, remember, mayo is eggs and a little oil and something acidic. That's it.
Angry
No
Robbie's
big
your
deal.
favorite Robbie? It smells really good out there, that's for sure.
It smells good in here, too. It smells good
The party outside had
everywhere.
moved indoors, so they weren't super jealous of the smell.
All right, let's get that. And the other reminder for you guys is places are going to say elote on it when they serve it because it's become a new big thing, a new big trend, is the Mexican street corn in the United States. Obviously, it's been around in Mexico for a long time. But you're seeing it more on menus, except what they actually bring you is esquites. So esquites is just this, but it's off the cob. And they a little more crema, usually. And I've had some really bad esquites, like they obviously don't know how to make it because they're not good Mexican food. So don't do it. Don't make it until you've tried it and you've had somebody else try it and tell you it is good. All right, then we're gonna roll it. Roll it in all the stuff. If I'm really in a hurry, I'll just spread all of this mayonnaise on there and just smear everything and just roll it.
Yeah, that's how I was raised, Sarah, was just the butter and salt, and this is delicious.
Yeah, I was also butter and salt. And more butter, and more butter. All right, let's get some things out of the way as we build our plate. These plates are too small, Robbie. I'm gonna have to go get different plates.
When you've cooked so much food, you have to get the bigger plates.
Yeah. I have very patriotic plates, but they're lunch-size plates.
So we got the burgers and the onions waiting over here. We got salsas off to the side. We got the corn going, bacon, chips, all sorts of stuff. And one day Dana will return with said plates to actually get plated, and we'll take some pictures and eat. Maybe. TechSag for life.
TechSag for Life cheered 100.
Hello.
Thank you. You are loved. You were created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome. Hashtag always believe.
TechSag for life. So thank you so much for the biddies, and thank you. You're also wonderful, and thank you for always spreading such positive, wonderful messages. And I'm sorry I'm not in front of the camera to say all that. Let me come up here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for sending positive messages. Thank you for being such a kind person. And yes, we still need to talk for when you're here in town. All right. Let's build some plates. What all did we make? We had cucumbers in here, right?
Yes, party at Dana's tonight.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Let's see. Ooh, that's, you could eat it all day. That sounds good. Their new chatters. Best side dish is a big bag of frozen corn cooked with lots of butter and salt. Also very good. Also very, very good. But Robbie's family were corn farmers.
Among other things, but a lot of corn.
Lots of corn. Nebraska. I should have sent some buns out there with Robbie so he could grill the buns.
I could still stick them on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got the buns, hun.
We're gonna spread some of this mayo on both sides. One of the advantages to like putting a little mayo or butter and then grilling it or putting it in the pan and letting it get a little toasty is it helps keep all the wet stuff from going through to the bottom.
Yeah, it's hard to believe a fluffy bakery that Iowa somehow has more corn.
You drive through Nebraska and all you see are soybeans and corn for as far as the eye can see.
And I don't know if they just have enough cattle that Iowa has more corn. I don't know.
Oh.
And pigs.
All right. So that's our...
So much corn in Nebraska, it's wild.
So
if
we're
you
gonna
got
get
the
these.
bunnies, honey, then I got the time. Woo!
Now that doesn't look like a lot of cheese for those of you who weren't here when we put these together. The inside of these burgers are filled with cheese and peppery, like things you would find in a chili. So we've got that. And then we're gonna put a piece of lettuce. That also helps keep things from making the rest of the burger get all soggy.
What is this green nonsense?
And then we're gonna put a tomato with a hole in it. We need to put some bacon, right?
Bacon.
Get a couple pieces of bacon. That bacon was actually cooked perfectly. Now we're gonna pile some onions. Oh, look at that. They're starting to get to where I really love them. My favorite part. But they're still gonna be yummy.
American corn salad, adding cojita, and I crushed up some corn chips, aka nacho cheese Doritos, then made a dressing of sour cream, mayo, lime juice, and cilantro. It was so good.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Delicious, delicious. Nebraska, don't tell Robbie's family that. That's where they're from. From a teeny tiny town. All right. So we've got that. I'm going to taste one of these first and see if I want to put them on the burger. They're pretty good.
Corn has no feelings.
That's the right amount of heat for me on these.
Of course, now the challenge is, fitting that bite into your mouth.
We're going to have to take pictures of it whole, but then also pictures of it cut in half so you can see the inside.
Ms. Strickland Road says, blows my burgers away. Great job.
I don't do this normally, so let's be clear on that. Then we want a little crunch, so we're going to put some of these corn chips on top. Blue corn chips, everybody. Blue Frito-like, but not Fritos. All right, that fell. All right, so before we put the top on, let's get a picture. Where did my camera go? This is one of those nights I haven't done a good job of keeping everything where it belongs. All right.
You pickled hot peppers. Is it the same-ish as pickling red onions?
Basically, yeah. It's just sugar, vinegar. I put some pepper and some coriander in there, and that's about it. All right, so now we need our street corn needs to go on here. I'll just leave that on the side. That's fine. Do that. And that. We'll get this out of the way. My sink is full. It's full. I'm trying to get stuff out of the way so it looks pretty when we eat. And then we have some of our cucumbers. We want to put those on the plate. I'm not using tweezers. I could. We have tweezers.
We sure do.
We have kitchen tweezers. Because Robbie's like, I need kitchen tweezers when we were watching television, so I got them for him.
I have to be very careful what I say around Dana.
And I don't think he's ever used them. It's fine. All right. This is going to go over there. Shh, you don't see it. You don't see anything. It's all good. All right, there are our burgers and our drink and our salsa with our chips. So there we go. There's our feast for the day. Get out of the picture. Robbie, get in the picture. All right.
Food time?
What do you think?
It looks really good. Did you want a picture of one of them cut in half, though?
We do. Well, we need pictures of them this way too,
Oh,
because we haven't
so I
done that
can't
yet.
eat quite yet.
Not yet. Does every other food and drink streamer have to do this too?
Probably. I didn't try your drink. I'll try that real quick.
I think if I did this drink again, I'd actually cut the vodka down by a half,
Oh, really?
maybe.
Okay.
But that's not really the angle I want. I'm kind of picky, guys.
Kind of.
Yeah, when it comes to like angles for photographs.
Here's the.
Because I get disappointed if it doesn't look right. And then we need the overhead.
It's a lot harder from
When
your,
you're short.
your vantage point.
It sure is.
I chose my words
There.
carefully. All right, cutting in half.
Don't forget the trifle. Oh my gosh. We almost forgot the trifle. Okay, you're gonna cut that one in half? Hopefully this isn't the one that just has the cheese. That fell off the burger. Fair game. All right. It's hard to
Need
see.
to move the corn to.
No,
Oh,
don't.
okay. Never mind.
Don't.
I'll stop helping.
Everything's falling everywhere. Okay.
Let's see if we can hold it up for them. You want to go to the other camera real quick?
There we go. And there you go. There's what it looks like. Can you see that cheesy middle part there? It looks like it melted, so that's good news. It's good news, Robbie. I think it melted. Did you turn that off?
I thought you did.
Oh, maybe I did.
They all look off to me. I think we're good.
One of us turned it off. All right, let's take a look.
Here we go.
Here, wait a second. I'm going to show you. There we go. Focus. Oh, Robbie's already eating.
Yep.
How is it?
So good. Uh-oh. It's falling apart on me, though. The dog's like, come on, drop some of that. Just no onions.
I think I'd add a little more chili flavoring to the meat, but it's really good.
This is a smash. Might like just a little bit less of a bun. It's a little bit too much bun for me.
Okay, smash it. It's a brioche bun. We can smash it when we heat it up for the time. You have to smash it. Right.
And the corn. And the salsas. There's so much food.
You're in my kitchen.
It's almost like you've been cooking for 3.5 hours.
That's really good. Love that. All right, I'm gonna try the other salsa. Did he just burp?
I think he did. It wasn't me.
Red salsa's okay. I know this is good. It's not finger food, but I'm making it finger food. Yes. Well, it's not, we don't have a whole lot of Mexican food here, but we've got Mexican-inspired food. All right.
I'm making a mess.
The corn is so good. I love Mexican street corn. Well, All right, I gotta go get the trifle now.
I'll try the corn. Oh my gosh, and I still have salsas to try. Rocky's over here with the biggest smile on his face like he's next.
I have corn.
That's really good. I can just tell I'm making a big mess.
There
Look
we
at
go.
that.
There we go, and look at the top. Looks pretty nice. All right, pictures for that. No, I don't want video. Cinematic
So good.
video. Now there's so much food around. Excuse me, please. While I
that
take
trifle
this
looks
someplace
delicious.
else to take a picture.
And she sneaks off to have the whole thing without me.
That's right. You get none. That went to video again. Portrait. Let's see how that looks.
One second.
All right. Let me take another one.
Messy but delicious.
All right. One-handed, Robbie.
I'm trying the salsa.
Is that smart?
Not really.
One-handed. All right, so we're gonna give this a try now, even though you've eaten a bunch of things already.
That white salsa's pretty good.
I know the white sauce is good. I like the white sauce. The red sauce is meh. Are I ready
Yeah,
to mess this up?
The backside of that red sauce. Oh no, there's some heat there. Like the initial bite of the red's good. The middle's kind of a little blah, and then the heat gets you.
Tomorrow is National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. Unfortunately, we will have so much trifle.
I haven't tried this yet.
And you got to make sure we get all the layers. And if you want this to be sweeter, like if you try it with the fresh fruit and you want it to be sweeter, you can macerate the vegetables, macerate the fruit by putting it in sugar and just letting it sit. I don't think you'll need to do that with the blueberries, but you might want to do it with the strawberries. And see my mini trifle dishes? I'm just gonna leave it on the side where you can, there's a blueberry, do you want, okay. You don't get the blueberry, sorry,
I didn't
Robbie.
know if we wanted him to have blueberries.
I don't know. Prince Speak, hello! Oh my gosh, 8 months, thank you. Thank you so much for
Do we have you up here?
resubscribing.
Yes, we do. I will get you a sticker.
You get a sticker. Did you put one on TexAg for Life?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
As well as a golden flare.
And with Golden Flare, woo! All right. You're late. You were out with a friend. Well, look what we made. We made a trifle. We've eaten into it, so there's a big hole out of it on the top. We made burgers with some elote and some cucumber. And our burgers are kind of chili flavor. We put chili flavorings in the meat, And then we stuffed the inside with cheese and some jalapenos that were sauteed. And then we put more cheese on the top, and it's got some bacon and some pickled Fresno peppers. So we've got chili in there. So good. All right, I got to try this. Easy, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Cream cheese, whipped cream, a little sugar,
We should have started with this. It's delicious.
vanilla. You told Suki you were going to.
I
You
know.
lied.
I'm sorry, Suki. She almost forgot about it.
I didn't. You get an angel food cake. Make yourself a simple syrup with a little lemon and some almond extract. Brush it, tear it up into little pieces, pick a couple of fruits, and then layer them up. Layer those babies up.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to have a second burger because there's too much food.
All right. So it looks like next month we're going to be doing stuff out of Kinji, the wok. That is W-O-K, not W-A-L-K.
Yeah, dog.
So there's some phenomenal recipes. I love the book. I've cooked out of it several times, but I haven't done it in a while. So I thought it'd be good to get back to that. So we'll be doing that in June, and you guys voted on that. So thank you so much for voting on that. And oh, thank you, Aspie. Thank you for stopping by. We're glad you were here. And let's see. I don't know what I'm doing on Thursday yet. I've got, let's see, what do I have coming up? I think on June 5th, is that a Thursday? It's a Thursday. The first Thursday in June, I think
believe so.
Megabytes is going to be here at the house. So I'm super excited about that. And if you haven't gone over to the user voice that's been going through here, make sure you get over there so to help us get a club for food and drink, an official Twitch club for that, creator club. And what's the last thing I was going to do? Oh, let's not forget what today was all about, or what this weekend is all about if you're here in the United States. We just want to make sure that we are honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And always, every day, fight for our Constitution. That's all I can say. Yeah, so we got to go find somebody to go raid. And let's see here. To give a basic list of Asian pantry ingredients that are used in most recipes. That's a great idea, Michael. Can you write that in Discord so I don't forget it? Because I will. From Canada, thank you, Pook's Peak. Good night. We're going to see who we're going to go to, who's on, what's going on. I got to go over here. Let's see here. Steve is on. Science is on. Zero is on. Creme Delish is on. Pretty Good Gaming looks like they are in the kitchen. Whiskey is on. Megabytes is on. So many people on. Who should we go to? Your choice tonight.
My choice.
Hey, get down. Rocky trying to get to lettuce? Really? Or salsa? I think you'd be pretty disappointed. Who do you want to go to?
Anybody have thoughts?
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh.
I know. He's always like, oh, I hate making decisions.
I mean, we haven't been to Pretty Good Gaming in quite some time.
All right, let's go to Pretty
They're
Good
in the
Gaming.
kitchen.
They are in the kitchen. So Pretty Good Gaming is maybe somebody you might not be as familiar with in the food and drink
look right to
community.
you
It's Pretty Good Gaming _
at the end?
But they game and they do some cooking, and they've been super, super helpful in the tech end for a lot of food and drink streamers. So they've been really, really active. Get down. Sorry about that. So let's go say hello to Pretty Good Gaming and give them a woo on that. And yeah, woo. Let's do a woo. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good week. We'll be back on Thursday doing something I promise we'll be doing something. And I hope you guys just, have a good week and stay your beautiful, wonderful selves and take some kindness with you. Share it around. We need more kindness. And I will